Good evening. This is Owatonna Huskies football on AM 1390 KRFO, 94.7 FM, and the KRFO app. I'm Derek Theta coming to you live from Owatonna High School, where the Huskies are about ready to kick off their Week 4 matchup against the visiting Northfield Raiders. Tonight's game is brought to you by Cashwise Foods, Claremont Insurance Agency, Fairway Meat and Grocery, Federated Mutual Insurance, Garlic's Water Conditioning, Hometown Credit Union, Northfield Northland Farm Systems, Owatonna Auto Clinic, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, and Weichert Realtors, Evan Knutson. For Owatonna, the Huskies advanced to 3-0 last week, beating section and district opponent New Prague. Northfield's tonight. They beat New Prague last week 19-7 on the road. New Prague scored on their opening possession, taking almost 8 minutes off the clock in a very methodical drive down the field, but Owatonna quickly answered on the first play of their offensive possession as Hunter Tice threw a screen pass to Nolan Ginsky that he housed for an 80-yard touchdown. After that touchdown, Owatonna's extra point was blocked, making it 7-6 New Prague. Both teams then went back and forth on offense before Owatonna scored late in the second quarter. It was Ginsky again for the Huskies, scoring on a 39-yard touchdown reception. The Huskies then failed on their two-point conversion attempt, making the score 12-7 Owatonna. Then in the third quarter, the Huskies made it a two-score game when junior tailback Tristan Graham ran the ball in from 11 yards out to make the score 19-7, which was, of course, the final. And with the win, Owatonna is now ranked number 4 in Class 5A. Final stats in that game for Owatonna against the Trojans. Hunter Tice was 11 for 15 with 196 yards through the air and 2 touchdowns. On the ground, Tristan Graham had 20 carries for 128 yards and a touchdown. Receiving-wise, Nolan Ginsky had 8 receptions for 187 yards. Big game for him and 2 touchdowns. Luke Weber had 2 catches for 6 yards. Defensively for the Huskies, Blake Davison again led the Huskies in tackles, having a monster game with 15 total tackles. Zach Harstead had 6 tackles. Blake Fitcher and Luke Weber each had 5. And then for Northfield, the Raiders come into this game 1-2. They lost last week to number 7 ranked Rochester John Marshall 28-6. I unfortunately do not have individual stats for that game. The Raiders' lone win of the season came week 2 against Faribault on the road, a Class 4A school, 14-12. Northfield dropped their first game of the season to Mankato West 31-6. So the Raiders, 3 games into this season, have only scored a total of 26 points. And so with that, we'll pause for 1 minute, but when we come back, we'll have our interview with Owatonna head coach Jeff Williams. You're listening to Husky Football on AM 1390 KRFO.
How much fun is Coyote Tractor's new line of zero-turn mowers? Well, how many acres you got? Coyote's 12-model zero-turn mower line has ergonomic seating and controls, keyless start with onboard diagnostics, and fabricated reinforced steel decks of 48, 54, or 60-inch width. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Stop in and check out the full line at your local Coyote dealer, Northland Farm Systems, 2250 Austin Road in Owatonna. Online at northlandfarmsystems.com.
Fairway Meat and Grocery in Owatonna holds family values in the highest regard in their relationships with customers, employees, vendors, and suppliers. We offer quality USDA choice and prime grade beef, farm fresh, all natural pork, chicken, and produce. Quality groceries and customer service from the first step into the store all the way to your car. We see that same commitment and effort put into Owatonna student activities. Fairway Meat and Grocery of Owatonna congratulates all coaches, parents, and student athletes for their efforts this year. Visit us on South Oak in Owatonna, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 9 p.m., closed on Sundays.
Back at OHS, about ready to kick off our game tonight between Owatonna and Northfield. Before the game, Mike Cobb with Owatonna head coach Jeff Williams. Coach, it's the annual Hall of Fame game tonight at OHS, where earlier this evening 5 former Owatonna athletes were inducted into the Hall of Fame, and 1 team was inducted, the 2004 Adaptive Floor Hockey State Championship team. This year's Hall of Fame class features 3 former Husky football players that you coached, in Derek Scala, Kyle Melcher, and Casey Dean. What are your memories of their contributions to the football program during their respective careers?
Well, it's really cool because I write the plaques for the Hall of Fame. I've been on the committee since 1996, so it was kind of a trip down memory lane going through all their records and accomplishments and putting their plaques together. Kyle and Casey were both on the same team. Kyle was starting tight end, Casey was a starting tackle, and then Kyle was a starting D-back, and Casey was a starting D-tackle. And those were some great teams in 2007 and 2008. We ran into some brick walls in Lakeville High School, but those teams were as good as any of the teams that we've coached here, and a lot of it was due to them. They were just such big playmakers. Got to see, obviously, Casey today, and forgot, he's built like a house. I mean, he's just a massive human being, but great to see him. Obviously, great to have Melch on staff. And then Derek Scala was a whale of a running back. Struggled with some ankle issues his senior year, but a captain and a great leader on some really nice teams, and also known as a phenomenal wrestler, a kid who won a state title and then won a national title at St. Cloud. But a great captain, great running back for us, and a great kid, owns Reggie's now, and has been giving back to our football program through the football golf tournament, the Ken Bai Invitational, doing some great sponsorship stuff to it. So it's just really cool to have these guys back, to have them be a part of our program, to have them be supporters of our program, to feel like they're still a part of our program, even though it's been 20 years in some cases since they graduated.
Last week, the Huskies won 19-7 on the road against New Prague. After giving up 7 points to the Trojans on their first drive, Owatonna's defense stepped up and held New Prague scoreless for the remainder of the game. Offensively, the Huskies got some big plays from senior receiver Nolan Ginsky and saw junior running back Tristan Graham have over 120 yards on the ground. What were your takeaways from last week's win?
I was just really pleased that we were able to run the football. We had 1 yard rushing total against Chanhassen, and I just felt like we were getting to be a little bit too reliant on Nolan making big plays, and that's just not something you can count on every week. Nolan's a great player, and he's certainly going to get his, but we have to have other weapons step up, make plays, and I thought our offensive line really took that to heart. They run blocked substantially better, and Tristan, I thought, just did a great job of finding creases, getting up the field. He didn't go down on first contact. He was making spin moves down the field, and that was really good to see. On the other side of the ball, we settled down great after that opening drive, and the defense was lights out. And for really the second week in a row, allowed the offense to kind of find themselves over time by not, allowing the other team to score multiple touchdowns and put us into a situation where we have to throw the ball all over the place to get back in. Because the defense played so well, the offense was able to continue to run our game plan, start to get it to click, and then ultimately find the end zone a couple of times. So that was great to see.
Now tonight, the Huskies play a Northfield team, which is a rematch of last year's section title game. The Raiders are 1-2 this season and lost last week at home to Rochester John Marshall 28-6. What is the scouting report against Northfield this evening?
They are sticky on defense. Teams have had some trouble running the ball, and that includes Mankato West, who we think is going to be a great football team this year. Kind of struggled moving the football on the ground. Faribault, who runs the Power T, the Elk River offense, struggled to move the football against Northfield. So it tells me that their linebackers and their D-line are physical. Teams have been able to get a few in the air, and so, that will be something that we'll probe, obviously. But their offense is still kind of trying to find its footing a little bit. They aren't putting up a huge number of points. It'll be important for our defense to continue to kind of put the clamps on the opposing team's offense. And again, give our offense some short fields, the opportunity to get into a groove and see what we can find out there.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Derek.
That was Owatonna's head coach Jeff Williams talking to me ahead of their game tonight against Northfield. As Owatonna heads out about ready to take the field, they're wearing all black tonight with white numbers and their traditional silver helmets. They're on their way to the inflatable Husky that they will, of course, run out of here at Federated Field. While we've got some time here, let's run through the starting lineups We'll do Northfield's offense here first. At quarterback, senior number 8, Seth Thompson. Running back, senior number 25, Owen Murphy. Wide receiver, junior number 1, Caden Oakland. Wide receiver, junior number 2, Julian Vasquez. Wide receiver, junior number 4, JT Groutman. And the offensive line, tight end for Northfield is junior number 56, Henry Weber. And then the offensive lineman, senior number 51, Colin Staub. Senior number 60, Braxton Wood. Junior number 63, Cole Matthews. Senior number 65, Luis Roca. And senior number 71, Trenton Zavarelli. The Northfield defense, we'll start with their defensive line. They'll go with senior number 50, Ryan Kuiper. Junior number 56, Henry Weber. And senior number 65, Luis Roca. And the linebackers, senior number 59, Nick Johnson. Senior number 25, Owen Murphy. Senior number 5, Nick Eschen. And junior number 1, Caden Oakland. And then the safeties for the Raiders, junior number 3, Charlie Becker. Junior number 4, JT Groutman. And the cornerbacks, both juniors, number 6 and 7, Michael Stewart and Savion Severson. As the Huskies take the field to a rousing ovation from their home crowd. It's Hall of Fame night here at Owatonna High School, where 5 individuals and 1 team were inducted into the Hall of Fame in a program earlier this evening. The team with the 2004 Adaptive Floor Hockey State Championship team. We'll have more on that at halftime, run through the players, or the individuals and their accomplishments during that break. For Owatonna on offense, they'll start a senior at quarterback, number 12, Hunter Tice. Running back, junior number 20, Tristan Graham. Wide receiver, senior number 2, Seth Johnson. Wide receiver, senior number 3, Nolan Ginsky. And a wide receiver, senior number 11, Luke Weber. Tight end, senior number 81, Zach Harstead. And the offensive lineman for the Huskies, junior number 50, Logan Risser. Senior number 52, Zach Dainert. Senior number 56, Reed Kath. Sophomore number 63, Sam Dulas. And senior number 64, Jack Meneguzzo. And now for the Owatonna defense, their defensive linemen, senior number 52, Zach Dainert, junior number 76, Max Flemke, and senior number 81, Zach Harstead. Actually, Harstead's a linebacker for the Huskies. I might be missing a defensive lineman here. We'll get that checked out. Cornerbacks for Owatonna, senior number 9, Jamie Lazowski, and senior number 11, Luke Weber. Safeties, senior number 2, Seth Johnson, senior number 3, Nolan Ginsky. That other defensive lineman was junior number 4, Ryan McIntosh. And then the other linebackers besides Harstead, senior number 10, Blake Fitcher, senior number 21, Darian Stronsky, and senior number 26, Blake Davison. With that, we'll pause for 2 minutes and be back with the opening kickoff. You're listening to Husky Football on AM 1390 KRFO.
Since the turn of the century, Federated Mutual Insurance Company and many of our employees have called Owatonna home. We work hand in hand with our neighbors through giving, volunteering, and focusing on community initiatives. We invest in this community because we love to see opportunities and advancements, such as the new high school and the downtown developments. We enjoy seeing the citizens of our great community continue to grow and thrive. And above all, we are proud to be part of Owatonna's rich history and all that Owatonna has to offer.
Looking for a dedicated real estate expert in Faribault or the surrounding areas? Meet Evan Knutson from Weichert Realty. Evan brings local knowledge, personalized service, and a commitment to helping you find the perfect home. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring, Evan's expertise and passion make the process smooth and stress-free. Don't just find a house, find a home with Evan Knutson at Weichert Realty. Visit Weichert.com or call 507-210-9140 and take the first step towards your dream home.
Hey, Ken Herbeck here. Do you want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits your home and budget, because everyone can use a little more comfort. Turn to your local Carrier experts, Owatonna Heating and Cooling today.
This year marks a milestone for our community. Hometown Credit Union and KRFO are celebrating 50 years of supporting Owatonna High School Huskies football. As your proud community credit union, Hometown Credit Union is honored to sponsor this year's broadcasts of Huskies games. Just like KRFO has been your hometown voice, they've been your financial partner for half a century, helping you save, grow, and thrive. Let's cheer on the Huskies together. Hometown Credit Union, your trusted partner for financial success. Member NCUA.
Back here at Federated Field, as both teams are about ready to take the field for the opening kick here between Owatonna and Northfield. We'll run through our keys to the game, brought to you by Hometown Credit Union. Number one, keep up the great work defensively. Owatonna has given up exactly 7 points each game to opponents so far this season. If they're able to keep that up throughout the remainder of the season, that will bode well for them as they look to repeat as section champions. Number two, pick up where they left off on the ground. Tristan Graham had a breakout game last week against New Prague with 128 rushing yards and a touchdown. Continuing to keep him involved and having success will open up Owatonna's passing game even more. And number three, continue to get Nolan Ginsky the ball in space. It didn't take long last week for us to see how dynamic Ginsky can be in the open field, scoring an 80-yard touchdown on a screen pass on Owatonna's first offensive play of the game. When Owatonna gets him the football in space, good things tend to happen. As Owatonna will kick it away to Northfield. Seth Johnson on to kick it away for the Huskies. Owatonna, as I mentioned a little bit ago, in all black tonight. Blue stripe on the pants, white numbers, silver helmets. Northfield in all white. Maroon striped on the side of their pants with a gold stripe in between, and then maroon numbers with yellow trim and maroon helmets. Kick taken at the 3-yard line by Northfield. We'll try to cut it back up the middle, get to the 30, and tackle it about the 33-yard line. That was number 3, Charlie Becker, on the return there for Northfield. Becker, a 5'10", 170-pound junior. Raiders are coached by Brent Ewell. Owatonna, of course, coached by longtime head coach Jeff Williams. As we see the Northfield Raider offense for the first time here tonight, as they will start 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line. Raiders come out under center, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They hand off up the middle, and maybe a yard or 2 there for the running back, Murphy. Just want to make sure it was Murphy. It was. So Owen Murphy gets the call, gets a yard. Max Flemke and Zach Daynert in on the stop to start this one for Owatonna. 2nd down and 9 here for the Raiders. And they come out 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. It's Oakland and Vasquez on the right. Groutman on the left. They run a screen play to Vasquez on the right side. Tries to make a man miss, but he's brought down by Johnson, who was there to make the play. Vasquez tried to make him miss, but Johnson able to get his hands on him and not let him get upfield. So we'll give him 2 yards there on the reception. That'll make it 3rd down and 7 for Northfield. Raiders looking to avoid going 3 and out here on their first possession of the game. Husky defense, of course, looking to get off the field. As Raiders now 2 receivers left and right. Thompson in the shotgun, sends Vasquez in motion from right to left. Huskies bring pressure here. Thompson gets rid of the football, and it's incomplete. Thompson took a shot there at the end of that play. Gets up okay. He was looking for Oakland there on a comeback route. That, just a miscommunication there. Thompson got rid of the football just before Oakland made his break. And so that'll make it 4th down and 7 for Northfield, so the punt team will come on. Luke Weber will be back deep to receive for Owatonna. Standing at his own 25-yard line. Can't tell who the punter is there for Northfield. It is... Oh, he has trouble with the snap, and he just falls on it. That was number 16, Ryan Cahoon, the senior punter and kicker for Northfield. He got the snap and just couldn't hold on to it, and as the Husky special teams front line was making their way toward him, he just decided to fall on the football. And so that'll go down as a turnover on downs for Northfield. And so Owatonna is going to start this game with great field position. They'll be at the Northfield 25-yard line to start this one. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Tice in the shotgun has Graham to his right. We'll hand off to Tice. He'll run up the middle, and he powers forward for about 2 there.
Ball carried by Tristan Graham. Graham up the middle. It's his first carry of the ball. He's stopped by Owen Murphy.
Owen Murphy, who also doubles as the running back for this Raider team, made the tackle. So that'll make it 2nd down and 7. They give Graham 3 there on the carry for Owatonna. 2 minutes gone by here, first quarter, Owatonna High School. Beautiful night for football here at Federated Field. They'll come out, trips to the right here. Graham to the right of Tice. Tice will hand off again to Graham. Big hole for Graham inside the 10 and brought down at the 5-yard line. Nice run there by Graham, but a big hole created for him by the offensive line. Probably didn't get touched until he was about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage, and was able to sprint through that initial contact and get brought down at the 5-yard line. And so it'll be 1st and goal for Owatonna. They'll come out same formation here. Trips to the right. It's from the inside out. Ginsky, Johnson, and Weber. They'll hand off once again to Graham, who runs in for the touchdown. A flag is thrown late right at the line of scrimmage, so we'll see if this one will stand or if it's coming back. The lights are flickering here at Owatonna High School, but we'll see, and that will not stand. It'll be a holding call on Owatonna. That will back them up and nullify the Graham touchdown. So it'll still be 1st and goal, but Owatonna will have the football now at their own 16-yard line. So 1st and goal from the 16 for Owatonna. They actually have 2nd and goal on the scoreboard, but it's 1st down on the marker on the field, so we'll go with that. Graham runs it and gets swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. As Owatonna has not thrown the ball yet this game, they've leaned on Graham, and the Raiders were ready for him that time. That'll be a loss of 2 there, so 2nd down and goal for Owatonna from the 18-yard line. And we'll see what Owatonna does here. Might be 4-down territory for the Huskies, as they come out. Trips to the right here. Graham to the right of Tice. Harsted in at tight end on the left side of the line. Raiders stacking the box here. Tice takes the snap, looks to throw. Tice rolls out right, throws across his body. It's intercepted at the goal line by Northfield. That's number 6, Michael Stewart. And so what a turn of events there. The touchdown called back, and then 2 plays later, an interception for Northfield. As Tice was rolling right, he might have been going, I think it was Ginsky was the intended receiver, couldn't quite tell. As it was right about in the middle of the field as Tice was rolling right, so kind of had to throw it a little bit behind him, and Stewart was there for the pick. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Northfield back up deep in their own territory after the interception. Will run it up the middle and maybe get a yard or 2. So 2nd down and 9 for Northfield from their own 4-yard line. And so now the Raiders come out on 2nd down. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. With a tight end off the line, they'll run it again with Murphy, and it'll be, nearly a safety. Owatonna defense thought they had a safety, but they'll spot him at the 1, so a minus 3-yard carry there for a different running back. See if I can get the number there. It was number 10, Christian Whiteman, who got the carry there that time for Northfield. Ryan McIntosh made the play there for Owatonna. Thompson takes a snap now in his own end zone, throws a deep ball overthrew the intended receiver, Julian Vasquez. That was on 3rd down and 12, and so Northfield will punt the football away here. So no real harm on that pick for Tice as the Huskies will get the football back here at around the same field position as where they had it. Weber actually standing at the 35. I think they were at the 18, 19-yard line on that interception, but it was 3rd and goal. And so the punter, Cahoon, standing at the end line here. And it's a high snap, and that actually may have been on purpose to avoid a block potentially. It looked very high over his head. And so that'll be a safety, and so it'll be 2-0 Owatonna. A very high snap over the head of Cahoon as Northfield had trouble on their first snap of the game as Cahoon dropped it and just fell on the football. This time they snap it over his head. And so that'll make it 2-0 Owatonna with 6:58 to play in the first quarter. We'll pause for 30 seconds and be back with more on AM 1390 KRFO.
Home of the truckload buy saves you money for the lowest prices. Come to Cashwise Foods.
Get remarkably fresh savings when you download the More Rewards app. Pick up 2 1/4-pound packs of fresh chicken drumsticks or thighs for $4.99. Highline white sliced fresh mushrooms, 2 for $3. And select bags of Frito-Lay Doritos or Sun Chips are 2 for $6.
Home of the truckload buy saves you money for the lowest prices. Come to Cashwise Foods.
Back at Owatonna High School where the Huskies lead Northfield 2-0 with just under 7 minutes to play in the first quarter as Northfield had 4th down and 12 at their own 1 and just snapped it out of their own end zone to take the safety. And so now the Raiders will kick off from their own 20-yard line, and so Owatonna should get pretty good field position here. Vicente Chavez and Terrell Miller back deep to receive for Owatonna, standing at their own 30. The kick is away. It'll be taken by Miller at the 25-yard line. Miller will run straight up the middle here. Now he runs right, has a hole. Flag comes down. Miller past the 50 and brought down at about the 43-yard line in Raider territory with the flag right at midfield. We'll see what the call is here. But as of right now, Owatonna would have great field position.
This will be backed up probably. Correction, Terrell Miller took that ball.
Ref still conferring here on the call. And Owatonna's offensive line walking out well past where that play ended, so it must be on Owatonna. Holding on Owatonna. That'll be from the spot of the foul, so that will back Owatonna up to their own 41-yard line here. And so Huskies will start their second offensive possession at their own 41, 6:49 to play first quarter. They come out 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. It's Weber and Ginsky on the left side, Stronsky and Johnson on the right side. Graham to the right of Tice, who's in the shotgun. He takes the snap, looks to throw, fires a deep ball, looking for Weber, left side of the field, and it's incomplete. Good coverage there by Michael Stewart, who, of course, had that interception earlier in the game. As it was a jump ball, and Stewart looked like he got a hand on that football as it was coming down and batted away, so Weber couldn't get it.
Stewart again having a big night here. Knocks that one away.
And so that'll make it 2nd down and 10 for Owatonna at their own 41. It's a USA theme here tonight for the Owatonna student section. And I believe it to be a Hawaiian theme for the Raider students. Trips to the right here for the Huskies. Tice takes the snap, hands off to Graham. Graham tries to run left through the tackles, has some room, and brought down right at the 50. So it'll be 3rd down and 1 for Owatonna right here at midfield. A 9-yard pickup there on the ground for Graham. JT Groutman made the tackle there for the Raiders. And so potentially 4-down territory here for Owatonna as it's 3rd down and 1 right at the 50. They have to get it to the Raider 49-yard line. Trips to the right here for Owatonna from the outside in. It's Weber, Johnson, and Ginsky. Graham is to the right of Tice, who's in the shotgun. Harsted in at tight end. Oh, a Raider jumped there, and we might not have to run a play on 3rd down after all, as it looked like it was a Northfield defensive lineman who will get whistled for encroachment, and yes, they will. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down for Owatonna. And it was just 3rd down and 1, so 1st down and 10 for the Huskies at the Raider 45-yard line. 6:04 to play in this opening quarter. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. It's Weber and Ginsky on the left side, Johnson and Harsted on the right side. Tice in the shotgun, Graham to his left. Raiders showing pressure here. They bring 5. Tice will throw, looking for Ginsky, and it's, intercepted by Stewart, and Stewart is brought down at the 50. Another interception for Michael Stewart, the junior corner for the Raiders, having a day. They went to Ginsky on the out route, and Stewart jumps it. Actually bobbled the football when it first came to him, was able to come down with it, and then Nolan Ginsky made the tackle from behind, and so the Raiders now will take over at the 50. So 2 possessions for Owatonna, 2 interceptions for Michael Stewart. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Thompson in the shotgun sends Vasquez in motion. They'll hand it to Vasquez on a jet sweep, and he is nearly brought down behind the line. Now he cuts it back right and actually has some room here. Vasquez will get the 1st down and pushed out of bounds by Stronsky at about the Owatonna 35-yard line. So it was a jet sweep from right to left. So Vasquez was running left and nearly was brought down behind the line of scrimmage by a Husky who broke through the line. And then that kind of stopped Vasquez, and he realized the left side was clogged up, so he ran right and had some room there, kind of cut it back, and ends up getting, actually they spotted it at the 37, so a 13-yard gain there for Vasquez on the run. Now on 1st and 10, they run it with Murphy up the middle, and Murphy tries to charge forward, gets about 3 there on the run. So 2nd down and 7 rather for the Raiders at their Owatonna 34-yard line. Blake Davison and Blake Fitcher in on the stop for Owatonna, so both the Blakes making a play there. Raiders will come out here, trips to the right. One receiver left. Murphy in the backfield with Thompson. He takes the snap. They'll fake the handoff to Murphy. Now Thompson will roll left. Fires over the middle, and it's intercepted by Ginsky. Ginsky will take off. He might score. He will. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Owatonna. A pick six for Nolan Ginsky. That makes it 8-0 Owatonna. Extra point pending. Thompson was rolling left on the play action. Threw it along the sidelines. Ginsky was there for the interception and then just took off. That speed of Ginsky turning on the jets, blazing down the sidelines for the pick six. So we saw a scoop and score for a touchdown 2 weeks ago at home by Blake Fitcher. And now what we'll call tentatively a 70-yard interception return for a touchdown now by Nolan Ginsky. Makes it 8-0 Owatonna. Remember, the Huskies got a safety earlier in this game. And Seth Johnson will come on for the extra point here. Logan Langeberg will hold. Jack Meneguzzo will snap it here. 4:32 to play first quarter. High snap, it gets down. Johnson kick on the way, looks good and is good. So that makes it 9-0 Owatonna. 4:32 to play first quarter. We'll be back with more in 30 seconds on AM 1390 KRFO and the KRFO app.
There is nothing on the market like Kinetico water conditioners, and no better place to go for them than Garlic's Water Conditioning. Kinetico water softeners, filters, and drinking water systems are brilliantly engineered to be the most economical, efficient, and effective at improving the quality of your water. Capable of removing just about everything from water that isn't water. Garlic's Water Conditioning knows the water challenges in the area, so they can fashion a treatment that works. With a full line of water softeners, drinking water systems, and more, sign up for a free water analysis at garlicswater.com.
Back at Owatonna High School, where the Huskies lead Northfield 9-0 with 4:32 to play in the first quarter. Huskies just got a 70-yard pick six from Nolan Ginsky. As the Raiders were driving, they took over on an interception right at the 50-yard line. Had a nice run to get inside the 35, and then a few plays later, the interception returned for a touchdown by Ginsky. That's the third interception of the game for both teams combined. 2 for Hunter Tyson, Owatonna, now 1 for Thompson for Northfield. Kick taken on the run at the 15 by Northfield. That's number 3, Becker. He's brought down at the 33-yard line. Bentley Arvig made the tackle there for Owatonna. So as I mentioned, Hunter Tice for Owatonna has 2 interceptions, both to Northfield's Michael Stewart, and then Thompson had his first interception of the game to Nolan Ginsky, which of course was returned for the touchdown. And so a lot of interceptions so far here in the first quarter still. As Northfield will have it 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They run a design quarterback run here with Thompson as he's brought down at the 35-yard line. So a 1-yard pickup there for Thompson on the carry. Coming up on 4 minutes remaining here in this quarter. A lot of action here so far. Only 8 minutes into this one. 9-0 Owatonna. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Shotgun formation here for the Raiders. They fake the handoff. Thompson will throw it. Incomplete. We're looking for, I think that was number 18, Jamison Baker, who was in the backfield with Thompson. They faked the handoff to him, and then Thompson tried to throw it to him in the flat, but too far out in front of him, so that'll make it 3rd down and 9 for Northfield from their own 35-yard line, looking to avoid going 3 and out here. As they did have a drive going on their last possession. But, of course, had the pick six. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Thompson takes the snap under pressure. Rolls right. Nobody there, and he's brought down for a sack at the 31-yard line. And so Darian Stronsky brings him down. 4th down and 13 as Thompson was flushed out of the pocket but had a little bit of time while he was rolling out, just couldn't find anybody open. Well, kind of a coverage sack there for Owatonna as he did have some time, but nobody open downfield. And so that'll force the 3 and out. Luke Weber back deep to receive for the Huskies. They get the punt away. It's a low screamer. Bounces at the Owatonna 45, taken on the bounce by Weber as he runs right. Now Weber has some room here and gets brought down at the Owatonna 47-yard line. So that's where the Husky offense will take over, looking to add to their 9-0 lead here with 2:53 to play in the first quarter. Spotted 1st and 10 at the Husky 47. Owatonna will come out here. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Harstead in at tight end. Graham to the left of Tice. Tice takes the snap. Hands off to Graham, and Graham cuts it back and gets brought down right at the line to gain. It'll be a 10-yard gain for Tristan Graham. Caden Oakland made the tackle there for Northfield, so fresh set of downs for the Huskies. Ball spotted at the Northfield 43-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Graham to the left of Tice. 2:18 and counting to play in the first quarter. They run it with Graham again. Graham, shifty move, makes a few men miss and is brought down right at the 35-yard line. But a flag comes in at the end of that play, right at the line of scrimmage. So this one might be coming back here for Owatonna. We'll see what the call is. And that'll be a holding call on Owatonna. That's their second holding call of the game, so that'll back them up into their own territory here. All the way back to the 47-yard line. 1st and 20 for the Huskies after the hold. Two receivers left, 2 to the right. It's Weber and Ginsky on the left side. Harstead and Johnson on the right side. Graham in the backfield with Tice, who takes the snap, fakes the throw, now throws a screen to Weber, who catches it, nearly intercepted by Oakland, as it was kind of a higher pass that Weber had to jump up for to grab, but Oakland was right there trying to bat that one down, and Weber goes down as soon as he catches that one, so it'd actually be a loss of 2 there on the pass play. So 2nd down and 22 for the Huskies from their own 45-yard line. 1:14 to play here in the opening quarter. Trips to the right here for the Huskies. Harstead in tight end on the left side. Tice in the shotgun, has Graham to his right. Tice takes the snap, look to throw here on 2nd and long. He rolls right, throws over the middle, and it is caught at the 49-yard line, the Northfield 49-yard line, for a gain of 6 yards there for Seth Johnson, who makes the play. Oakland, the tackle there for Northfield. So it'll be 3rd down and 16 for Owatonna. Ball at the Northfield 49. They have to get it to the Northfield 33. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Tice in the shotgun. Looks to throw here. Fires over the middle, and it is incomplete. No, intercepted. Intercepted by Oakland. Oakland leaped up. It was intended for Jamie Lazowski, who came in as a wide receiver. They went over the middle. It was batted up in the air by Oakland, who kind of fumbled it as he was heading down to the ground, and then they say he did get underneath it for the catch. And so another interception from Northfield. That's their third turnover of the game. Tice's third pick. Oakland with the pick. 12 seconds to play in the first quarter. 1st and 10, Northfield at their own 33-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Thompson will look to throw here on first down. Pump fakes, now rolls left. He's going to take off and run, and Thompson will get brought down after about a 1-yard gain. And that will end the quarter here at 9-0. 9-0 Owatonna. And so we'll keep it right here as it's been a back and forth game. The 4th turnover of the game. 3 turnovers for Owatonna that first quarter. 1 turnover for Northfield. All of them interceptions. One of them, of course, returned for a touchdown by Nolan Ginsky. So Owatonna 9 points here tonight. None of them on offense. They had 1 on special teams, defense, whatever you want to call it, with the safety. And then the pick 6. As Cotton Eye Joe plays here over the loudspeakers at Owatonna High School, the first quarter break song. As even the pep band getting into it. Pep band here at the new high school, if you haven't been out yet, not in the normal stands. They've got some bleachers that they put out behind the end zone. And so there are a lot of those bleachers doing the Cotton Eye Joe dance here as we get set to play the second quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for Northfield at their own 34-yard line. As Owatonna's defense has been playing quite well tonight. Turnover on downs, safety, interception, and a 3 and out. Raiders come out 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Thompson in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to throw. We've got a flag here just before the snap. And so we'll see what the call is here. The snap, right as the snap was made, the flag flew. So it was a dead ball. False start on Northfield. It'll be 2nd down and 14 here for Northfield. Ball spotted at the Raider 29-yard line. They have to get it to the 43-yard line for a first down here.
So the ball is back at the 29-yard line now.
And we'll see if they put 2 seconds back in the clock. 2 seconds did come off. Technically, the flag came before the ball was snapped, so there should be 12 minutes left. Not that big of a deal. We'll play on here. So 11:58 technically on the clock to start this second quarter. Thompson takes the snap, looks to throw, fires a deep ball down the left sideline. Incomplete. Overthrew the intended receiver, J.T. Groutman. And so that'll make it 3rd down and 14 here for Northfield. Vicente Chavez in on the coverage there for Owatonna. So 3rd down and long. Husky defense looking to get off the field here. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Thompson in the shotgun, has Murphy back there with him. Takes the snap, and Thompson gets sacked. A big play, a big blitz there for Owatonna as they brought the pressure believe they brought 7 there on 3rd down and long, and it comes up huge. A loss of 10 there, as Darian Stronsky is credited with the sack. 4th down and 24 here for the Raiders at their own 19-yard line. Cahoon will come on to punt. Weber standing back at his own 43. Weber backpedals, fields at the 35-yard line. Now sprints forward here with flag flies and brought down right at the 48-yard line, but this one might be coming back. It was a flag behind Weber on the return, and usually those are blocks in the back. We'll see what the call is here. Ref's talking this one over here. And there'll be a block in the back on Owatonna. So that will back them up. Be 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so they'll take over 1st down and 10 at the Owatonna 27-yard line. 11:01 to play here in the first half. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Tice in the shotgun has Graham to his left. Tice takes the snap, hands off to Graham. Graham with the middle. Graham fights through some tackles, still on his feet, and Graham gets the 1st down. Wow, a strong run there for Tristan Graham. Fights through a few arm tackles to stay on his feet and picks up 12 there on the carry. 1st and 10 for the Huskies at their own 39-yard line.
Look at the stop here, break free.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right here for Owatonna. It's Weber and Ginsky on the left side, Johnson on the right, Tice in the shotgun, Graham back there with him. Takes the snap. They'll go to Graham once more. Graham makes a few more tackles and brought down at the 44-yard line. So a 5-yard pickup there for Graham, who's had some nice runs so far today. Had a touchdown earlier this one that was called back due to a holding call. 2nd down and 5 here for Owatonna. 2 minutes gone here in this second quarter. 9-0 still Owatonna. Looking for their first points on offense here tonight. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Tice in the shotgun. Sends Ginsky in motion from right to left. They run it again with Graham. Graham trying to find a seam and gets brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Actually, they'll spot him right at the line of scrimmage. So it'll be 3rd down and 5. Kuiper in on the stop there for Northfield. As well as Braxton Wood. So 3rd down and 5 here for the Huskies. 2 receivers, or actually trips to the left here for Owatonna. Zach Harstead tight end on the right side. Graham back there with Tice. Big 3rd down here. Raiders showing some blitz here. We'll see if they send those guys in. They do. And a throw over the middle is incomplete. Looking for Seth Johnson. Good coverage there by Charlie Becker, who knocked that one free. Again, Johnson, the intended receiver there for Owatonna. 4th down and 5 for the Huskies at their own 45-yard line. We'll see if they keep the offense on the field, and it looks like they will. It's 4th and 5, so they might try to just draw Northfield off sides and then call a timeout. Now we've got a whistle here. But yeah, we'll see if they do snap it or if they will just try and go with the hard count and get the Raiders to jump. Trips to the left here for the Huskies. Tice looks over to the sidelines. Now heads up to the line to potentially change the play. Tice takes the snap. They will run a play. Under pressure, rolls right. And he is going to go out of bounds. Took a big shot there at the 46-yard line. And so that'll be a turnover on downs for Owatonna. And so the Raiders will have it in Owatonna territory. Tice went out of bounds at the 47, so that's where the Raiders will have it. So 1st and 10 Northfield, 8:52 to play in the half. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Thompson in the shotgun. Whiteman back there with him, and they go to Whitemore, and he runs right off tackle, cuts it back, and gets brought down after a 4-yard pickup. Nolan Ginsky made the tackle there in open space. Ball spotted at the 44, so a 3-yard gain there for Whiteman. $8:24 to play. First half, 2nd down and 7. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Thompson in the shotgun, has Whiteman back there with him. They fake the handoff. Now Thompson will keep it himself and run right. A flag comes down as Thompson gets tackled at about the 39-yard line. I believe that was Jamie Lazowski who came over to make the play from the secondary, but we'll see what the penalty marker is. Thrown at the line of scrimmage, so potentially a holding call here. Chavez also came in to make the play, but I think this is coming back. Be holding on in Northfield. So quite a few holding calls here for both teams in this one. So that'll make it 2nd down and long for Northfield here. They'll spot them at their own 46-yard line. So that'll make it 2nd down and 17. Raiders come out 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Thompson in the shotgun here. Takes the snap, pump fakes, has a man. It's Oakland wide open, and it is incomplete. Weber came over on the coverage. Ball a little bit underthrown. Oakland had to slow down, but Oakland got past Weber and was streaking down the field. He was lined up in the slot. Ball a little bit underthrown. He had to come back for it. Weber able to catch up and knock that one down, but potentially a huge play there for Northfield as Weber saves the day, gets back into the play and knocks it down. And so that makes it 3rd down and 17 for Northfield at their own 46-yard line. 7:48 to play in the 2nd quarter. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Thompson takes the snap. He'll hand off to Whiteman, and Whiteman nowhere to go. Actually, I believe Thompson might have kept that himself. See what happens when they get up. It was Thompson who got the carry. So that'll be a loss. Actually, no gain on the play there, they say, for Thompson on the QB keeper on 3rd and 17. So 4th down and forever for the Raiders. Zach Garstead and Blake Fitcher in on the stop for Owatonna. Luke Weber standing at his own 20. Cahoon will punt it away. A high snap will bounce at the Owatonna 40 and out of bounds at about the 38-yard line. And so that's where Owatonna will take over when we come back in 30 seconds on AM 1390 KRFO.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref!
That's simple human sense.
Ask Claremont Insurance Agency in Claremont if auto owners make sense for you. Go to ClaremontAgency.com.
Back at Owatonna High School, where the Huskies have it 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. They go up the middle to Graham, who gets a couple there on the run up the gut. It'll be a 6-yard gain there for Graham. Nick Johnson made the tackle for the Raiders. Second down and 4 here for Owatonna. They still lead 9-0 over Northfield. 6:33 to play in the second quarter. Tice getting the play from the sidelines. Owatonna, a little confusion on what the lineup is here. Now they've got it set up. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. 3 seconds on the game clock, or the play clock, excuse me. 2-1, and Coach Williams, seeing that play clock winding down, calls timeout. So we'll take a timeout here as well. Be back with more on AM 1390 KRFO and 94.7 FM.
Owatonna Auto Clinic has the cure when that check engine light comes on. Let the car doctors get to work diagnosing the issue with a prescription to get it back on the road fast. The experts at Owatonna Auto Clinic will diagnose the issue, fixing only what needs to be repaired. That's how they've earned their reputation for honesty. They handle routine service too, like brakes and suspension work. The vehicle prescriptions always at Owatonna Auto Clinic, 902 Hoffman Drive. Check out OwatonnaAutoClinic.com.
Back at Owatonna High School, coming off an Owatonna timeout. They've got it second down and 4 at their own 45-yard line. Here with 6:14 to play in the second quarter. They lead Northfield 9-0. As the Huskies come out, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Tice in the shotgun, has Graham to his left. Ginski in motion from left to right. Tice takes the snap, looks to throw here under pressure, now throws deep ball looking for Ginski. It's incomplete, overthrew him. Ginski, the intended receiver, Christian Whiteman, in on the cover. That'll make it third down and 4 here for Owatonna. Looked like Ginski might have had a step on Whiteman, but it's a little too much on that football from Tice. Makes it third down and 4. Owatonna went 4 and out on their last drive. Went for right at about this same position in the field, the 45, at their own 45. Didn't get it. So we'll see what they do here. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They'll hand it off to, I believe that's Lazowski, and Lazowski will not get it. He'll gain 2 there on the run. So Lazowski comes in at tailback on third down. Makes it fourth down and 2. As Kuiper made the tackle there for Northfield. Owatonna's going to keep the offense on the field here. They bring in the fullback, Blake Fitcher. They'll go I formation, fourth down and 2. See if they just run it up the gut. Northfield stacking the box. Tice and a timeout before the snap taken by Northfield. And they want to talk this one over. We'll pause here as well. 5:25 to play in the second quarter. 9-0 Owatonna. Back in 30 seconds on AM 1390 KRFO and the KRFO app.
If you want to prove to your neighbors that you own land, you need a deed. But if you want to prove it to yourself, you need a tractor. That's why Coyote's made 2 all-new subcompact tractor models. The CS2220 and CS2520 feature drive-over mid-mount mower option and 22 to 25 horsepower Coyote diesel engines. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Stop in and check out the full line at your local Coyote dealer. Northland Farm Systems, 2250 Austin Road in Owatonna. Online at northlandfarmsystems.com.
Back here at Federated Field here on Hall of Fame night, as 5 individuals and 1 team were inducted into the Hall of Fame earlier this evening. We'll have a full report on that at halftime, but for right now it's fourth down and 2. Fourth down and 2 for Owatonna at their own 47-yard line. They line up I formation. They'll give it to Fitcher, the fullback, and he will power forward, still on his feet. He kind of bounced off the pile there and ends up getting quite a bit there. First down for Owatonna. He's brought down at the Raider 43-yard line as they show up on the video board here at Owatonna High School. Happy 55th birthday to band director Pete Ginther. So happy birthday to him, longtime director of the pep band and concert bands here at Owatonna High School. So happy birthday to Mr. Ginther. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right here for Owatonna. 1st and 10 at the Raider 43. Tice throws, deep ball has Ginsky in stride, touchdown. He caught it at the 10 and will take it in for the touchdown. As the lights go on and off here at Federated Field, a 57-yard touchdown reception for Nolan Ginsky. As the school song plays, 15-0 Owatonna. Johnson will come on for the extra point to try and make it 16-0 with 4:42 to play in the half. Snap, spot, kick on the way from Johnson is good. 16-0 Owatonna, 4:42 to play in the half. We'll pause for 30 seconds and be back with more. You're listening to Owatonna Husky football on AM 1390 KRFO.
Fairway Meat and Grocery in Owatonna holds family values in the highest regard in their relationships with customers, employees, vendors, and suppliers. We offer quality USDA choice and prime grade beef, farm fresh, all natural pork, chicken, and produce. Quality groceries and customer service from the first step into the store all the way to your car. We see that same commitment and effort put into Owatonna student activities. Fairway Meat and Grocery of Owatonna congratulates all coaches, parents, and student athletes for their efforts this year. Visit us on South Oak in Owatonna, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 9 p.m., closed on Sundays.
Back here at Owatonna High School, where the Huskies lead Northfield 16-0 with 4:42 to play in the second quarter. Owatonna just got their first offensive touchdown of the game, a 57-yard touchdown pass from Hunter Tice to Nolan Ginsky. A great ball from Tice. Hit Ginsky in stride, who got past the Raider secondary. Caught it at about the 10-yard line and had a brisk run into the end zone for the touchdown. As the Huskies add to their lead. Ginsky, of course, had the pick six earlier in this one, so he's been all over this one. As Johnson kicks it away, it's a short kick taken at the 15 by Northfield on the run. That is number 7, Savion Severson, who's brought down at about the 31-yard line, and so that's where the Raider offense will take over.
Tackle made by Logan Chrisser. And they lead this one 16-0. 4:37 to go here in this first half. The Raiders.
So Northfield trying to get something going here offensively. They have struggled mightily all game long. Had a couple 3-and-outs, had the interception, of course, returned for a touchdown, had a safety, had a punt that was bobbled. They pitch it to Severson on the kind of a jet sweep play, and he will be brought down at about the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 here for the Raiders. No pickup there, or no yards, I should say, for Severson. Blake Davison in on the stop for Owatonna. 4:16 and counting to play here in the half. 2 timeouts for both teams here. So plenty of time for Northfield to mount a drive to end the half to try and get some points on the board going into the break. Technically only a 2-score game, as they could get 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions to tie it at 16. But just looking to get that first one right here. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Thompson takes the snap as an option play, pitches it to Murphy, and Murphy gets pushed out of bounds after about a 7-yard pickup. So Raiders run the option to the short side of the field there. Darian Stronsky pushes him out of bounds, and actually they spot him back further than I initially thought, all the way back at the 34-yard line. So only a 2-yard gain there in the option for Murphy. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Thompson takes the snap. Huskies blink some pressure. Thompson has time, throws, deep ball. It is intercepted. Looking for Severson, knocked away by Nolan Ginsky, who was all over stride for stride with Severson. And he makes the play, so just like that, another 3 and out. That's their 4th 3 and out for Northfield, and the possession before that was an interception return for a touchdown. So 4th down and 8, punt team on for Northfield. Cahoon will punt it away. Weber back deep for Owatonna, standing at his own 27-yard line. 3:35 to play in the half, so Owatonna will have some time here to add to their lead. It's a high punt. It'll bounce at the 44-yard line of Owatonna and immediately go out of bounds. And so they'll say it went out of bounds at the 49-yard line of Owatonna. So that's where they'll have it when we come back in 30 seconds on AM 1390 KRFO.
Federated Mutual Insurance Company is passionate about the care and enrichment of the next generation. At the heart of our charitable focus is youth mentoring and our support of Big Brothers Big Sisters. We are proud of our employees who are currently volunteering to be a big brother, big sister, big couple, or big family, and yet there are hundreds of children still waiting for a big. Ignite your year. Empower potential today. Consider this your personal invitation to learn more about Big Brothers Big Sisters. Together, we can make a difference.
Back at OHS, 1st and 10 for the Huskies at their own 49-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. They run a screen pass to Ginsky on the left side of the field. Ginsky gets pushed out of bounds at about the 40, so I believe he'll get the 1st down. Stewart pushes him out of bounds. That'll be a 10-yard gain on the pass play to Ginsky. 1st and 10, Owatonna at the Raider 41-yard line. 3:23 to play here in this second quarter. Huskies come out, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Graham in the backfield with Tice. Tice takes the snap. He'll hands off to Graham, who is swarmed in the backfield by Northfield. That was number 12. It was number 12. I don't have a number, though, for number 12 in the program, so we'll just call him number 12, who makes the tackle there for the Raiders. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Tice in the shotgun. 2nd down and 12 after the -2-yard run from Graham. Tice takes the snap. Rolls out to his right. Throws over the middle. Has Ginsky. Ginsky gets knocked out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. So a 2-yard pickup there for Ginsky. It was a drag route for him as Tice was rolling right, didn't have anyone open, so just kind of dumped it off. About a 5-yard pass in the air to Ginsky, who gets 2 yards. So 3rd down and 8 for Owatonna here. 2:35 to play first half. 16-0 Owatonna. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Arvig in the slot on the left side. Weber out wide. Ginsky in the backfield with Tice. 2 receivers on the right side are Johnson and Stronsky. And we've got a whistle now and a timeout taken by Northfield coach Brent Ewell. So we'll take a timeout here as well. Back in 30 seconds on AM 1390 KRFO.
Dreaming of the perfect home in Faribault? Look no further than Evan Knutson Homes, your local Weikert Realty expert. Evan Knutson knows the community inside and out, helping families just like yours find the home that fits their needs and budget. Whether you're buying your first home or looking to upgrade, Evan is here to guide you every step of the way. Trust experience, trust commitment, trust Evan Knutson Homes, Weikert Realty in Faribault. Call 507-210-9140 today and start your journey home.
Yeah. Back at Owatonna High School, where Owatonna leads 16-0. Did get a name for number 12. It's Henry Weber. who I previously announced as number 56 to start the game, but he is number 12. 5'10", 190-pound junior. So 3rd and 8 here for Owatonna. Ball at the Raider 39-yard line, so likely 4-down territory. Here with 2:35 to play in the first half. Trips to the left, one to the right here for Owatonna. Lazowski in the backfield with Tice, who takes the snap, looks to throw under pressure, gets hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Left that one short as he got hit right as he released that ball. I believe he was looking for Ginsky. So that'll make it 4th down and 8 here for Owatonna. I would presume they would go for it. 2:30 to play in the half, and it looks like they'll send out the punt team. I'm going to try and pin Northfield deep. Landon Sturgis on for the punt. Savion Severson standing in his own 8-yard line to receive this punt. Watch the fake here. Sturgis takes the punt and will boot it away. High punt. It'll bounce at the 17-yard line and take a Northfield bounce and be down at the 23-yard line. So that's where the Raiders will take over when we come back on AM 1390 KRFO.
Hey, Ken Herbeck here. Do you want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits your home and budget, because everyone can use a little more comfort. Turn to your local Carrier experts, Owatonna Heating and Cooling today.
Back at Owatonna High School, where we've got a timeout taken by Owatonna. It looks like Owatonna didn't like the lineup there that they had out in the field and were urging Coach Williams to take the timeout. And Coach Williams talking with the officials. It looked like Owatonna was almost surprised that the ball was being put back in play, but burned the timeout to avoid any disasters. As we'll keep it right here during the break as the Cupid Shuffle plays here at Federated Field. 2:20 to play in the half. Northfield has it 1st down and 10 at their own 23-yard line. 16-0. Owatonna still with that 2-touchdown lead. Raiders will come out now here. Try and mount a 2-minute drill here to end the half to get some points on the board. They'll come out 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Thompson will be in the shotgun here. Actually, no, he'll head under center. Murphy in the backfield. So Thompson under center. They hand off to Murphy, who runs up the middle and gets maybe about 4 on the run there. So Raiders maybe potentially just content with heading down 16 into the break. As they'll let the clock run here. Blake Fitcher made the tackle there for Owatonna. Now under 2 minutes to play. 2nd down and 7. On the board here for Northfield. Ball at their own 26-yard line.
Clock on the move here. 150 and counting.
Raiders come out 2 receivers left, 1 to the right.
Wainwright, single set.
Thompson again under center. Murphy in the backfield as the tailback. They hand off to him once more, and he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage for no gain. As the clock continues to run here. Blake Fitcher made the tackle, and now Owatonna will call a timeout on 3rd and 7 for Northfield. Try and get the football back here. As Owatonna might be able to get the ball back if Northfield bleeds as much clock as they can, assuming they don't get the 1st down here. Owatonna will get the ball back with a little under 40 seconds to play in the half, so potential for a big play to end the half. We'll keep it right here during the break. Wow, a wild first quarter, and then that same energy continued into the second quarter. We've had a total of 4 turnovers in this game. All of those were in the first quarter, and then we had the 57-yard touchdown play to Nolan Ginsky, 57-yard reception for him, finding the end zone and continuing just a phenomenal senior season for him, picking up right where he left off last year, setting the school record for receiving yards in a single season, and now nearing the 2,000 receiving yard mark for his career, which he'd be the first person in program history to eclipse 2,000 receiving yards. As the Raiders come out here, 3rd and 7 in the shotgun. Thompson will fake the handoff, will keep it himself, and charge forward for about 2 yards. So that'll make it 4th down and 5. No more timeouts here for Owatonna. They cannot stop the clock. Max Flemke brought Thompson down, and so I would presume Northfield will punt it away here. They still have the offense on the field, but they might just let this clock run all the way down and call timeout before they punt it away. 50 seconds on the game clock, 14 seconds on the play clock here. So about a 32-second differential, so they'll call it out with about 32 seconds left. Nope, 31. An extra clock runs, extra second runs off, and so Raiders will take time out and we'll punt it away when we come back in 30 seconds on AM 1390 KRFO.
This year marks a milestone for our community. Hometown Credit Union and KRFO are celebrating 50 years of supporting Owatonna High School Huskies football. As your proud community credit union, Hometown Credit Union is honored to sponsor this year's broadcasts of Huskies games. Just like KRFO has been your hometown voice, they've been your financial partner for half a century, helping you save, grow, and thrive. Let's cheer on the Huskies together. Hometown Credit Union, your trusted partner for financial success. Member NCUA.
Back at Owatonna High School, where the Huskies lead 16-0 over Northfield with 31 seconds to play in the half. It's 4th down and 5 for Northfield from their own 29-yard line. Another 3 and out for them as they will punt the football away. Weber and Ginsky back deep to receive for Owatonna. No timeouts left for either team here as Cahoon fields the snap, punts it away. We'll go to Weber, who takes it at the 40, and he fair caught that one. We'll spot it at the 39-yard technically, so 25 seconds left on the clock for the Owatonna offense. Remember, the clock does stop momentarily as they get the ball set after a first down, so they do have time for a few plays here. Try and get it as close as they can before they start taking shots to the end zone. Trying to add to their 2-touchdown lead. Trips to the right for the Huskies, 1 receiver left. Tyson the shotgun, Graham to his left. Tice takes the snap, looks to throw, rolls right under pressure here. Tice throws right side, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Coach Ochterkirk there on the sidelines. And that'll make it 2nd down and 10. Henry Weber putting the pressure on Tice to get rid of that football. 19 seconds remaining. So time for maybe 3 plays left in this one. Not quite in Hail Mary range. You'd probably like to be at about at midfield. Owatonna at the 39, their own 39-yard line right now. And so it looks like Owatonna actually will just come out in a kneeling formation here as Tice will take a knee. And so that will send us into halftime. Owatonna 16, Northfield 0. Back in 2 minutes on AM 1390 KRFO.
Home of the truckload buy, saves you money for the lowest prices. Come come to Cash-Wise Foods.
Get remarkably fresh savings when you download the More Rewards app. Pick up 2 1/4-pound packs of fresh chicken drumsticks or thighs for $4.99. Highline white sliced fresh mushrooms, 2 for $3. And select bags of Frito-Lay Doritos or Sun Chips are 2 for $6.
Home of the truckload buy saves you money for the lowest prices. Come to Cash-Wise Foods.
There is nothing on the market like Connecticut water conditioners, and no better place to go for them than Garlic's Water Conditioning. Connecticut water softeners, filters, and drinking water systems are brilliantly engineered to be the most economical, efficient, and effective at improving the quality of your water. Capable of removing just about everything from water that isn't water. Garlic's Water Conditioning knows the water challenges in the area, so they can fashion a treatment that works. With a full line of water softeners, drinking water systems, and more, sign up for a free water analysis at garlicswater.com.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Ask Claremont Insurance Agency in Claremont if auto owners make sense for you. Go to ClaremontAgency.com. Owatonna Auto Clinic has the cure when that check engine light comes on. Let the car doctors get to work diagnosing the issue with a prescription to get it back on the road fast. The experts at Owatonna Auto Clinic will diagnose the issue, fixing only what needs to be repaired. That's how they've earned their reputation for honesty. They handle routine service too, like brakes and suspension work. The vehicle prescriptions always at Owatonna Auto Clinic, 902 Hoffman Drive. Check out OwatonnaAutoClinic.com.
How much fun is Coyote Tractor's new line of zero-turn mowers? Well, how many acres you got? Coyote's 12-model zero-turn mower line has ergonomic seating and controls, keyless start with onboard diagnostics, and fabricated reinforced steel decks of 48, 54, or 60-inch width. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Stop in and check out the full line at your local Coyote dealer. Northland Farm Systems, 2250 Austin Road in Owatonna. Online at northlandfarmsystems.com.
Fairway Meat and Grocery in Owatonna holds family values in the highest regard in their relationships with customers, employees, vendors, and suppliers. We offer quality USDA choice and prime grade beef, farm fresh, all natural pork, chicken, and produce. Quality groceries and customer service from the first step into the store all the way to your car. We see that same commitment and effort put into Owatonna student activities. Fairway Meat and Grocery of Owatonna congratulates all coaches, parents, and student athletes for their efforts this year. Visit us on South Oak in Owatonna, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 9 p.m., closed on Sundays.
Back at Owatonna High School, we're at the break. Owatonna leads Northfield 16-0. And a lot of action so far in this one in the first quarter. On their first possession, Northfield on fourth down had trouble with the snap on the punt, and their punter, Cahoon, just fell on it. And so Owatonna took over, had a touchdown called back. So it was Tristan Graham who ran it in for 6, called back on a holding, called in a few plays later. Michael Stewart picked off Hunter Tice for the first turnover of the game, and then he was brought down at the Northfield 3-yard line, and then Raiders offense couldn't get anything going. They just snapped it out of the end zone on fourth down to avoid a block or a short punt. So that made it 2-0 Owatonna. Then on their next drive, Owatonna threw another interception again to Michael Stewart. And then Owatonna turned the Raiders right back over a few plays later where Nolan Ginsky had a 70-yard interception return for a touchdown. And both teams had trouble moving the football. A couple 3-and-outs, a couple turnovers, another turnover for Owatonna, another interception. This time it was Caden Oakland for Northfield. And then Owatonna eventually got a 57-yard touchdown reception for Nolan Ginsky, which made it 16-0. Then some 3-and-outs and punts for both teams to end the half. Puts it at where we're at right now, 16-0 Owatonna. That is our first half recap, brought to you by Hometown Credit Union. And so with that, we'll pause for another 2 minutes and be back with our first half stats. You're listening to Husky Football on AM 1390 KRFO.
Since the turn of the century, Federated Mutual Insurance Company and many of our employees have called Owatonna home. We work hand in hand with our neighbors through giving, volunteering, and focusing on community initiatives. We invest in this community because we love to see opportunities and advancements, such as the new high school and the downtown developments. We enjoy seeing the citizens of our great community continue to grow and thrive. And above all, we are proud to be part of Owatonna's rich history and all that Owatonna has to offer.
Looking for a dedicated real estate expert in Faribault or the surrounding areas? Meet Evan Knutson from Weikert Realty. Evan brings local knowledge, personalized service, and a commitment to helping you find the perfect home. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring, Evan's expertise and passion make the process smooth and stress-free. Don't just find a house, find a home with Evan Knutson at Weikert Realty. Visit Weikert.com or call 507-210-9140 and take the first step towards your dream home.
Hey, Ken Herbeck here. Do you want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits your home and budget, because everyone can use a little more comfort. Turn to your local Carrier experts, Owatonna Heating and Cooling today.
This year marks a milestone for our community. Hometown Credit Union and KRFO are celebrating 50 years of supporting Owatonna High School Huskies football. As your proud community credit union, Hometown Credit Union is honored to sponsor this year's broadcasts of Huskies games. Just like KRFO has been your hometown voice, they've been your financial partner for half a century, helping you save, grow, and thrive. Let's cheer on the Huskies together. Hometown Credit Union, your trusted partner for financial success. Member NCUA.
Home of the truckload buy saves you money for the lowest prices. Come to Cashwise Foods.
Get remarkably fresh savings when you download the More Rewards app. Pick up 2 1/4-pound packs of fresh chicken drumsticks or thighs for $4.99. Highline white sliced fresh mushrooms, 2 for $3. And select bags of Frito-Lay Doritos or Sun Chips are 2 for $6.
Home of the truckload buy saves you money for the lowest prices. Come to Cashwise Foods.
Back at Owatonna High School, we're at the half. Owatonna leads 16-0 over Northfield. We'll run through our first half stats. Brought to you by Garlic's Water Conditioning. For Owatonna, Hunter Tice, 5 for 13 through the air with 65 yards and a touchdown. He has 3 interceptions. On the ground, Tristan Graham has 10 carries for 58 yards. Blake Fitcher, 1 carry for 10 yards. Jamie Lazowski and Tice each have a carry for 2 yards. And receiving for Owatonna, Nolan Ginsky, 3 grabs for 61 yards. And Seth Johnson, 1 catch for 6 yards. Luke Weber had 1 catch for -2 yards. For Northfield, quarterback Seth Thompson's 1 for 8 for 2 yards with an interception. On the ground, Owen Murphy, 6 carries for 10 yards. Seth Thompson, 4 carries for 1 yard. And Julian Vasquez, 1 run for 13 yards. And the lone reception for Northfield, Julian Vasquez caught a 2-yard pass. So those are your first half stats here as Owatonna leads 16-0 over Northfield. At this time, we'll run through the Hall of Famers inducted tonight here at the Owatonna Hall of Fame game. They just finished the halftime ceremony. As the team of distinction this year was the 2004 Adaptive Floor Hockey State Championship team. They were undefeated en route to their state title. Had a couple former players and their coach back tonight. And 5 individuals were inducted. We'll start with Holly Noble, who was awarded 15 varsity letters in 3 sports: soccer, hockey, and golf. She was both the junior and senior female athlete of the year. Multiple all-conference and all-state awards. She went on to play hockey and golf at the University of St. Thomas, and she won the individual MIAC Golf Championship in 2006. So Holly Noble from the class of 2004 inducted into the Hall of Fame this evening. Other Hall of Famers, Glenn Stoltz from the class of 1963. His son accepted his plaque on behalf of him. Stoltz was a 9-time letter winner in football, basketball, track, and baseball. He was the Jostens Junior Athlete of the Year in 1962. All-conference and all-state in football, all-conference in basketball. Went on to play football and basketball at the North Dakota State College of Science, which of course now is known as North Dakota State University. Casey Dean from the class of 2009. Dean was awarded 11 varsity letters in 3 sports: football, wrestling, and track. He was all-conference, all-state in football. He was a Minnesota Mr. Football finalist in 2008. 4-time letter winner in wrestling. Multi-time state qualifier, finished 4th 1 year at state. And then in track, was a state champion as a junior and senior in both the shot put and discus, and graduated with school records in the shot put and discus, and was Jostens Junior and Senior Athlete of the Year. Went on to play football at the University of Wisconsin. Another inductee, Kyle Melcher, in the class of 2009. He was awarded 11 varsity letters in 3 sports: football, basketball, and baseball. In football, he was all-conference and all-state. Played in the 2008 Minnesota Football All-Star Game and graduated with school records for most interceptions in a game, in a career, and in a season. He was a 4-time letter winner in basketball, all-conference as a senior, and all-state honorable mention as a junior and senior. He was all-conference, as a junior and senior as well, and graduated with the school record for most rebounds in a career. He was also a 1,000-point scorer. And he was also a 4-time letter winner in baseball, part of that section championship team that went to state in 2009, played in the 2009 All-Star baseball game for Minnesota, and would go on to play tight end for 4 years at Winona State University, and also played basketball 1 season for the Warriors. That was Kyle Melcher. And then last but not least, Derek Scala from the class of 2006 was awarded 10 varsity letters in 3 sports: football, wrestling, and baseball. All-conference in football, 5-time letter winner in wrestling, where he went to state multiple years. He won the state championship at wrestling at 160 pounds as a senior, and was part of the wrestling state championship team as a junior. And he was also a 2-time letter winner at baseball. He attended St. Cloud State University, where he played wrestling and football for 2 years. He wrestled all 4 years and was the Division II wrestling champion at 184 pounds as a senior. So that's Derek Scala from the class of 2006. So one more time, Derek Scala, Kyle Melcher, Casey Dean, Glenn Stoltz, Holly Noble, and the 2004 Adaptive Floor Hockey State Championship team inducted into the OHS Hall of Fame this evening. We'll pause for 2 minutes, but when we come back, we'll have updates from other OHS fall sports. You're listening to Husky Football on AM 1390 KRFO.
There is nothing on the market like Kinetico water conditioners, and no better place to go for them than Garlic's Water Conditioning. Kinetico water softeners, filters, and drinking water systems are brilliantly engineered to be the most economical, efficient, and effective at improving the quality of your water. Capable of removing just about everything from water that isn't water. Garlic's Water Conditioning knows the water challenges in the area, so they can fashion a treatment that works. With a full line of water softeners, drinking water systems, and more, sign up for a free water analysis at garlicswater.com.
Finding that missing shin guard, remembering whether it's a home or away game, getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things, like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, Ref.
That's simple human sense.
Ask Claremont Insurance Agency in Claremont if auto owners make sense for you. Go to ClaremontAgency.com. Owatonna Auto Clinic has the cure when that check engine light comes on. Let the car doctors get to work diagnosing the issue with a prescription to get it back on the road fast. The experts at Owatonna Auto Clinic will diagnose the issue, fixing only what needs to be repaired. That's how they've earned their reputation for honesty. They handle routine service too, like brakes and suspension work. The vehicle prescriptions always at Owatonna Auto Clinic, 902 Hoffman Drive. Check out OwatonnaAutoClinic.com.
If you want to prove to your neighbors that you own land, you need a deed. But if you want to prove it to yourself, you need a tractor. That's why Coyote's made 2 all-new subcompact tractor models. The CS2220 and CS2520 feature drive-over mid-mount mower option and 22 to 25 horsepower Coyote diesel engines. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Stop in and check out the full line at your local Coyote dealer. Northland Farm Systems, 2250 Austin Road in Owatonna. Online at northlandfarmsystems.com.
Back at OHS, and actually before we get to the fall sports update, do want to get my interview with Coach Williams in. That did not get played in the pregame, I've been told, and so we'll play that right now. 16-0 Owatonna here at the half. But here's Coach Williams before today's game. It's the annual Hall of Fame game tonight at OHS, where earlier this evening 5 former Owatonna athletes were inducted into the Hall of Fame, and 1 team was inducted, the 2004 Adaptive Floor Hockey State Championship team. This year's Hall of Fame class features 3 former Husky football players that you coached in Derek Scala, Kyle Melcher, and Casey Dean. What are your memories of their contributions to the football program during their respective careers?
Well, it's really cool because I write the plaques for the Hall of Fame. I've been on the committee since 1996, so it was kind of a trip down memory lane going through all their records and accomplishments and putting their plaques together. Kyle and Casey were both on the same team. Kyle was starting tight end, Casey was a starting tackle, and then Kyle was a starting D-back, and Casey was a starting D-tackle. And those were some great teams in 2007 and 2008. We ran into some brick walls in Lakeville High School, but those teams were as good as any of the teams that we've coached here, and a lot of it was due to them. They were just such big playmakers. Got to see, obviously, Casey today, and forgot, he's built like a house. I mean, he's just a massive human being, but great to see him. Obviously, great to have Melch on staff. And then Derek Scala was a whale of a running back. Struggled with some ankle issues his senior year, but a captain and a great leader on some really nice teams, and also known as a phenomenal wrestler, a kid who won a state title and then won a national title at St. Cloud. But a great captain, great running back for us, and a great kid, owns Reggie's now, and has been giving back to our football program through the football golf tournament, the Ken Bai Invitational, doing some great sponsorship stuff to it. So it's just really cool to have these guys back, to have them be a part of our program, to have them be supporters of our program, to feel like they're still a part of our program, even though it's been 20 years in some cases since they graduated.
Last week. And so we just have time to play that first question and answer from Coach Williams here as we get set to start this second half. As I mentioned, was told we did not get that on the air during our pregame show, and so just wanted to at least play that first question and answer where Coach Williams talked about some of the inductees in the Hall of Fame tonight. But Owatonna is going to get the football to start this second half. They lead Northfield 16-0. Miller and Chavez back deep to receive for Owatonna. Cahoon will boot it away for the Raiders. It's a squib kick taken at the 25-yard line by Owatonna. That's number 88, Isaiah Farwell, and Farwell gets pushed out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. So Owatonna is going to start with pretty good field position here. See if we can run through some fall sport updates here in the before Owatonna runs their first plays. In girls tennis, the Huskies will be participating in the Litchfield Invitational tomorrow. Other schools competing include Litchfield, Annandale, Benson, Crookston, Delano, St. Peter, and Staples Motley. Boys soccer, the Huskies have a match tomorrow afternoon up in Farmington at noon. Got a penalty marker down, and this is going to push Owatonna back on the return. A block in the back. We'll spot it at the 32-yard line. Girls soccer moved to 7-4 last night with the win over Rochester. John Marshall. That win makes it 4 straight for the Husky girls. Kennedy Shamel, Jessica Fisher, and Avery Vetch all scored for Owatonna. Their next match is tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. on the road against Farmington. So up at Farmington tomorrow will be girls first at 10, boys at noon. In volleyball, the Huskies have their next match Tuesday on the road at Mankato East. And next home match is Thursday against Rochester Century. Owatonna on 1st and 10 runs it with Graham, who gets stood up after about a 5-yard gain by number 26, McCoy Whites. Actually, check that. Owen Murphy made the play there. And then lastly, girls swim and dive has a meet tomorrow over in St. Peter. Competing against St. Peter, Tri-City United, Bloomington Kennedy, and Waconia. After that first play for Owatonna, 2nd down and 6 for the Huskies at their own 36-yard line. Two receivers left, one to the right. Tyson the shotgun, Graham back there with him. Takes the snap, looks to throw here. Tice rolls right, now runs left, throws it to Harstead too high. Was looking for Harstead there. Charlie Becker in on the coverage there for the Raiders. 3rd down and 6. Here, 1 minute gone by. Here in this second half. Big play here for the Owatonna offense to try and stay on the field and avoid the 3 and out. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. It's Harstead and Johnson on the right side, Ginsky and Weber on the left. Tice in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to throw here, fires a deep ball, looking for Weber. Weber not able to get there, overthrown there by Tice. As Weber had a step on Stewart, but just overthrown. As Owatonna will go 3 and out to start the half. As Landon Sturgis will come on to punt it for the Huskies. Savion Severson standing at his own 28-yard line. 4th down and 6 here for Owatonna. Sturgis, a low snap, it bounces to him, but he fields it like a ground ball. Severson will catch it at the 30-yard line, and he gets laid out by number 88, Isaiah Farwell. Wow. Severson did not call fair catch and took a shot from Farwell. No flag on the play, clean hit from Farwell. But Savion Severson takes a big hit, hung out of the football impressively, despite the hit. So 1st down and 10 here for Northfield. That they spot him at their own 29-yard line. Raiders come out here, 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now the officials here conferring. Oh, they got an extra ball on the field, so we're going to throw that out. And now still talking things over here. Not quite sure what the holdup is here, but we'll pause while they sort this out. The ball is at the Northfield 29-yard line. Now Owatonna's calling their offense, or excuse me, calling their defense over to the and now they're going to nullify the punt. Oh, wow, it was a roughing the kicker penalty. Did not see the flag, and I don't think either team did because both the Northfield offense and the Owatonna defense were on the field ready to play, but the refs held up and called a late roughing the punter. So it'll be 4th down and 1. Owatonna's going to, hold on a second here. They've got 4th and 1, but 1st and 10 on the board. I'm not sure what's going on. They hand off to Graham nevertheless, and he gets past the sticks and has a big hole. Still on his feet. Graham will get brought down at the 30-yard line. And so let's call that 4th and 1. I don't think they updated the scoreboard. They had 4th down on the chain gang, 4th and 1. Owatonna went for it. And a huge run for Tristan Graham on what appeared to be 4th down, despite what the scoreboard had 1st down up there. So we'll call it 4th down conversion on 4th and 1 for the Huskies, and a big play. About a 35-yard gain there for Graham on the run makes it 1st and 10 for the Huskies and at the Raider 30. Tice looked to throw here. Now he's going to tuck it under and run it, and he gets driven out of bounds at about the 29-yard line, so maybe a yard there for Tice and the QB keeper. So I'll change my notes here from 3 and out for Owatonna to a roughing the kicker on the punt. And then a big run from Graham to make it 1st and 10, now 2nd and 9 for Owatonna, but in Raider territory at the 29-yard line. Trips to the left, kind of an awkward scene there with no flag, and both teams ready to start the next possession as they throw a screen pass to Ginski. Ginski, a big hole. Ginski cuts it back to midfield. Shedding tackles. Ginski inside the 15-yard line, and he's brought down there into the red zone. This red zone trip for Owatonna brought to you by Garlic's Water Conditioning. And so, wow, what a turn of events. Northfield was about 5 seconds from starting their first drive of the half on offense, but a late roughing the punter call gives Owatonna a second chance on this drive. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Tice in the shotgun has Graham to his left. They hand off to Graham, who runs right between the tackles into the inside the 10, brought down at the 7-yard line by Caden Oakland. This will be 2nd down and 3 for Owatonna. The line to gain is at the 4. So Huskies looking to make it a 3-possession game.
Correction, 7-yard line. To the right, 1.
2 receivers right. I formation here for Owatonna. Fitcher in at fullback. Tice will hand off to Fitcher, the fullback, and Fitcher gets stopped at the line as the Northfield defensive front walls up. Nick Eschen made the play for the Raiders. 3rd down and 4 for Owatonna at the Raider 8. 2 receivers left. Not the I formation here. It'll be shotgun formation for Tice, but split backs here as Tice hands off to Graham. Graham will get the 1st down and reaches for the goal line just short. Be 1st and goal at the 1 for Graham, or as Graham gets into the 1. So Huskies knocking on the door to add to their 16-0 lead here with 8:04 to play in the 3rd quarter.
This is the 11th play of this drive.
Split backs here for Tice. 1 receiver left, 1 to the right. They'll give it back to Graham. Graham will charge forward into the end zone for an Owatonna touchdown. As the stadium lights flicker here at OHS. 22-0 Owatonna with 7:47 to play in the third quarter. As Owatonna's first drive continues thanks to a late roughing the kicker on a punt. Snap, spot, kick on the way as Johnson's extra point is good. Capped off by a 1-yard run by Tristan Graham, who had about a 35-yard run earlier in that drive on 4th down and 1. So after the roughing call, made it 4th and 1. Graham had a big carry into Raider territory, and then a few plays later punched it in for the touchdown. We'll pause for 30 seconds and be back with more on AM 1390 KRFO.
Fairway Meat and Grocery in Owatonna holds family values in the highest regard in their relationships with customers, employees, vendors, and suppliers. We offer quality USDA choice and prime grade beef, farm fresh, all natural pork, chicken, and produce, quality groceries, and customer service from the first step into the store all the way to your car. We see that same commitment and effort put into Owatonna student activities. Fairway Meat and Grocery of Owatonna congratulates all coaches, parents, and student athletes for their efforts this year. Visit us on South Oak in Owatonna, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 9 p.m., closed on Sundays.
Back at Owatonna High School, where the Huskies lead Northfield 23-0. Here with 7:47 to play in the third quarter. 68-yard drive for Owatonna, capped off by a 1-yard run from Tristan Graham to make it 23-0 for Owatonna. Johnson will kick it away here for the Huskies. Severson back deep to receive for Northfield, and Severson will take it at the 5. Severson running right here and gets brought down just past the 25-yard line at about the 20, right at the 25-yard line as well. He'll be brought down. And so the Raiders will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Have struggled on offense here tonight. Trying to get back into this one before it's too late. Two receivers left, one to the right. Thompson under center here. Hands off to the running back, and oh wow, and immediately gets driven backwards. I believe that was Murphy. We'll see what the spotter says here. We got an injured Raider. It was Whiteman who got the call. Fitcher made the stop. Can't quite tell who that injured Raider is on the field as the training staffs for both teams attend to him. And so we'll pause while the training staffs attend to him. Back in 1 minute on AM 1390 KRFO.
Federated Mutual Insurance Company is passionate about the care and enrichment of the next generation. At the heart of our charitable focus is youth mentoring and our support of Big Brothers Big Sisters. We are proud of our employees who are currently volunteering to be a big brother, big sister, big couple, or a big family, and yet there are hundreds of children still waiting for a big. Ignite your year. Empower potential today. Consider this your personal invitation to learn more about Big Brothers Big Sisters. Together, we can make a difference.
Dreaming of the perfect home in Faribault? Look no further than Evan Knutson Homes, your local Weikert Realty expert. Evan Knutson knows the community inside and out, helping families just like yours find the home that fits their needs and budget. Whether you're buying your first home or looking to upgrade, Evan is here to guide you every step of the way. Trust experience. Trust commitment. Trust Evan Knutson Homes, Weikert Realty in Faribault. Call 507-210-9140 today and start your journey home.
Hey, Ken Herbeck here. You want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits your home and budget, because everyone can use a little more comfort. Turn to your local Carrier experts, Owatonna Heating and Cooling today.
This year marks a milestone for our community. Hometown Credit Union and KRFO are celebrating 50 years of supporting Owatonna High School Huskies football. As your proud community credit union, Hometown Credit Union is honored to sponsor this year's broadcasts of Huskies games. Just like KRFO has been your hometown voice, they've been your financial partner for half a century, helping you save, grow, and thrive. Let's cheer on the Huskies together. Hometown Credit Union, your trusted partner for financial success. Member NCUA.
Home of the truckload buy saves you money for the lowest prices. Come to Cash Rice Foods.
Get remarkably fresh savings when you download the More Rewards app. Pick up 2 1/4-pound packs of fresh chicken drumsticks or thighs for $4.99. Highline white sliced fresh mushrooms, 2 for $3. And select bags of Frito-Lay Doritos or Sun Chips are 2 for $6.
Home of the truckload buy saves you money for the lowest prices. Come to Cash Rice Foods.
There is nothing on the market like Kinetico water conditioners, and no better place to go for them than Garlic's Water Conditioning. Kinetico water softeners, filters, and drinking water systems are brilliantly engineered to be the most economical, efficient, and effective at improving the quality of your water. Capable of removing just about everything from water that isn't water. Garlic's Water Conditioning knows the water challenges in the area, so they can fashion a treatment that works. With a full line of water softeners, drinking water systems, and more, sign up for a free water analysis at garlicswater.com.
Back at Owatonna High School, where the injured Raider now being helped off the field here. Can't quite tell who it is. Haven't gotten a good look at his number. And so, sure hope he's okay as he heads off to the Raider sideline. And is able to get back into this one. 7:26 to play in the third quarter. Second down and 11 for Northfield after the injury.
So here we go. Raiders break the huddle.
2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Thompson in the shotgun has Murphy in the backfield with him. High snap, they run an option play, and Owatonna swarms Thompson. He can't even get the pitch off, and he gets brought down well beyond the original line of scrimmage. So that'll make it third down and long. Third down and 17 for Northfield from their own 18-yard line.
So the Raiders in the huddle still. Third down and 17 from their own 18-yard line.
2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Actually trips to the right here. 1 to the left. Thompson in the shotgun. Takes the snap, looks to throw. It's a bubble screen play to Oakland. And Oakland incomplete. Can't hold on to that football. So 4th down and long here for Northfield. And I'm sure they'll just punt this one away. And yes, they will send the punt team on.
The Raiders will turn it back over to the Huskies. Trailing 23-0. They send one single. They send Weber deep to receive.
Weber back deep to receive for Owatonna. 6:31 to play third quarter, 23-0 Owatonna here over Northfield.
Waiting for the snap here. Good snap.
Snap from and punt from Cahoon is fielded by Weber at the 50. Weber tries to shed a tackle, but is brought down by Severson at about the 49-yard line of Northfield. So Owatonna's going to have good field position here to start this drive. And we'll keep it right here. So a 3-and-out there for Northfield. It's at 1st and 10 for Owatonna at the Raider 48. As the Huskies come out, 2 receivers left. Harsted in at tight end. Tice in the shotgun. Has Graham to his left. Runs a handoff to Graham. Graham right through the middle and bursts through a seam and gets to about the 37-yard line. So an 11-yard pickup there for Tristan Graham on the ground. He continues his excellent day. running the football. Coach Williams talked about that in my pregame interview about how they had one total rushing yard against Chanhassen and then got Graham going against New Prague, and he's continued to have success here tonight. Has one touchdown run and had a touchdown run in the first quarter that was called back due to a holding call. Tice will throw here on 1st and 10, and it's high over the hands of Seth Johnson. Like quick little comeback route on the right sideline. I'll make it 2nd down and 10 for Owatonna. 5:49 to play, 3rd quarter. As Tice gets the play, Owatonna will come out. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Tice in the shotgun has Graham to his left. Tice will keep it himself here on an RPO. Now throws it behind him to Ginsky, and Ginsky gets about 7. So that'll go down as a run. That'll go down as a run for Nolan Ginsky, as it was a run-pass option there for Tice as he faked the handoff to Graham. It looked like he was going to take off and run it. And then right as he was getting to the line of scrimmage, threw it behind him to Ginsky in the left sideline. He took it up the field for about 7. So 3rd down and 3 here for Owatonna. After the RPO, 5:15 to play, 3rd quarter. 23-0 still Owatonna. Trip to the right here for the Huskies. Will Halverson in at tight end. Halverson, 6'4", 204-pound junior. Tice takes the snap, looks to throw here on 3rd and 3. Under pressure, breaks the tackle. Now he'll take off and run it, and Tice will be brought down right at the line to gain. He reached for it. I believe he got there. As Northfield brought pressure, but Tice able to be elusive and shake off the tackle. He was eventually brought down by Sievers, and they do give him the 1st down, so a nice play there by Tice to stay on his feet and pick up the 1st. 1st and 10, Owatonna, ball at the Raider 28-yard line. 4:49 to play in the 3rd quarter. Trips to the right here for Owatonna. We've got a whistle and a timeout taken by Owatonna, so we'll pause here as well. Back in 1 minute on AM 1390 KRFO.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Ask Claremont Insurance Agency in Claremont if auto owners make sense for you. Go to ClaremontAgency.com. Owatonna Auto Clinic has the cure when that check engine light comes on. Let the car doctors get to work diagnosing the issue with a prescription to get it back on the road fast. The experts at Owatonna Auto Clinic will diagnose the issue, fixing only what needs to be repaired. That's how they've earned their reputation for honesty. They handle routine service too, like brakes and suspension work. The vehicle prescriptions always at Owatonna Auto Clinic, 902 Hoffman Drive. Check out OwatonnaAutoClinic.com.
Back at Owatonna High School, where Tice rolls out to his right and finds Ginsky open, and he will bring it into the end zone for a 28-yard touchdown. It was 1st and 10 for Owatonna. Tice took the snap out of the shotgun, rolled right, and had Ginsky open on the deep slant route, who caught it about the 5 and ran it all the way in for the touchdown. That is his 2nd touchdown on offense of the game. Of course, had the interception in the 1st quarter, returned for a touchdown. So Nolan Ginsky all over this one. Makes it 29-0. Owatonna with 4:42 to play in the 3rd quarter. Johnson on for the extra point. The holder is Langeberg. Snap, spot, kick on the way is good to make it 30-0 Owatonna. So we'll take another break here. Be back with Owatonna's kickoff to Northfield in 30 seconds on AM 1390 KRFO and the KRFO app.
How much fun is Coyote Tractor's new line of zero-turn mowers? Well, how many acres you got? Coyote's 12 model zero-turn mower line has ergonomic seating and controls, keyless start with onboard diagnostics, and fabricated reinforced steel decks of 48, 54, or 60-inch width. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Stop in and check out the full line at your local Coyote dealer, Northland Farm Systems, 2250 Austin Road in Owatonna. Online at northlandfarmsystems.com.
Back at Owatonna High School, where the Huskies are officially running away with this one with 4:42 to play the third quarter. They lead Northfield 30-0. As they have been all over this one. Their defense hasn't given up much of anything to Northfield tonight. We'll run through the post-game stats. But as it stands right now, I believe still only one completed pass on offense for Northfield. It's been tough sledding for them through the air. As Owatonna just had a 28-yard touchdown reception for Nolan Ginsky. As Severson takes the kickoff for Northfield, will try and run left, and he'll be brought down, wrapped up by his shoe. It was number 50 for Owatonna, Logan Risser, who doubles as an offensive lineman for Owatonna, who brought him down. And so first down and 10 for Northfield at their own 22-yard line here, trying to get something going on offense. But the Owatonna defense, as they've proven throughout the first 3 games of the season to be elite, only giving up 7 points per game in the 3 games they've played thus far, and so far pitching a shutout tonight. Two receivers right, one to the left. Running back there with Thompson. They hand it off to number 18, Jamison Baker. Who gets the carry. So Baker in for the injured Whiteman, who was carted off the field a moment ago. Back into the Northfield locker room. He was injured earlier in the ball game. And so now Baker in for him. Second down and 10. They gave no gain there in the run for Baker from Northfield. 2 receivers left, one to the right. Thompson in the shotgun. As Baker back there with him. Takes the snap, throws a slant route to Groutman just over his hands, incomplete. Lazowski in on the coverage there for Owatonna. Groutman, the intended receiver, Lazowski in on the coverage. And so just like that, third down and 10 for Northfield. As they had a 3-and-out in their first drive this half, and dangerously close to getting that again this half, or this drive. Two receivers left, 2 to the right. Thompson in the shotgun, takes the snap. He'll fake the handoff and keep it himself and be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Lazowski got there, as did Davison. And so another 3-and-out for Northfield. Owatonna's going to get the ball back and get a chance to add to their lead. And Owatonna gets another touchdown. And their defense continues to play as well as it has. It'll be running time throughout most of the fourth quarter as Ginsky and Weber are back deep to receive. Cahoon on to punt for Northfield.
Thompson in punting formation.
Snap is punted away, looking to Weber, who muffs it. Oh, no, he did catch it and runs left. Kind of an awkward catch there, was running backwards, kind of had to catch it with his arms outstretched, but actually hauled it in. Nice grab for Weber as he brings it to about the Raider 38-yard line. So great field position here for Owatonna to add to their lead. Here with 2:54 to play. Well, we got a flag back where the punt went off, or back where the line of scrimmage was. So we'll see what this call is here. Maybe we'll repunt. As it was 4th down and 12.
Personal foul. Legal personal contact. 81. Third receiving team.
Personal foul on Owatonna. That'll be tacked down to the end of the run. Personal foul on Owatonna. And so instead of getting the ball to Northfield 38, it'll be at the Owatonna 47-yard line. So Huskies will have it 1st down and 10. 2:54 to play, third quarter, 30-0. Owatonna. Got some new players in here for Owatonna. Terrell Miller's in at receiver. I believe that is Ty Still at quarterback. Graham back there with him. Actually, no, it'll be a new quarterback. They hand off to, I believe that was Graham.
The quarterback for the Huskies. Ball carried that time by...
No, it is a new running back. Number 32, Carter Flatland got the call there. And so reserves in the ball game now for Owatonna. Michael Heitkamp has come on for the Huskies at quarterback. 5'9", 214-pound senior for the Huskies. I believe that's Isaiah Farwell also in at wide receiver. Bentley Arvig in at receiver as well. Heitkamp sends Arvig in motion from right to left. Heitkamp takes the snap, hands off to Flatland. Flatland runs left, has a nice hole, and is able to fall forward for about 7 or 8 yards there on the play. So it'll be 3rd down and about 6. Yeah, 3rd down and 5 here for Owatonna. Under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Two receivers right, 2 to the left. Or actually 1 to the left. Heitkamp in the shotgun. Flatland back there with him. Takes the snap. Fakes the handoff. Heitkamp will roll out and throw. Has Arvig, who catches it at the 40. And runs forward to about the 37-yard line. In Raider territory. And so Husky second team moving the football well here. Getting some time in the third quarter. Groutman made the tackle there for Northfield. 1st and 10 for Owatonna at the Raider 38-yard line. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Heitkamp in the shotgun. Takes the snap, will hand out. No, will keep it himself. Sheds a tackle, and now he pitches it forward to Flatland, and Flatland actually is able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Wow, so Heitkamp faked the handoff to Flatland, tried to keep it, and was bottled up in the backfield, and as he was going down, kind of pitched it forward to Flatland and was able to get a yard there on the play. Would have been probably a loss of about 4. But Heitkamp able to make something out of nothing. 20 seconds and counting to play in the third quarter. Probably the final play here. There's a 1-second differential between the game clock and play clock. 2nd down and 9. Owatonna trips to the left here. Heitkamp in the shotgun. Flatland back there with him. Takes the snap. Bubble screen to Arvig. Arvig cuts it back up the middle, and Arvig dives forward to about the 30-yard line, and that'll do it through 3. Owatonna 30, Northfield 0. Back in 1 minute with the fourth quarter on AM 1390 KRFO.
Fairway Meat and Grocery in Owatonna holds family values in the highest regard in their relationships with customers, employees, vendors, and suppliers. We offer quality USDA choice and prime grade beef, farm fresh, all natural pork, chicken, and produce. Quality groceries and customer service from the first step into the store all the way to your car. We see that same commitment and effort put into Owatonna student activities. Fairway Meat and Grocery of Owatonna congratulates all coaches, parents, and student athletes for their efforts this year. Visit us on South Oak in Owatonna, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 9 p.m., closed on Sundays.
Since Since the turn of the century, Federated Mutual Insurance Company and many of our employees have called Owatonna home. We work hand in hand with our neighbors through giving, volunteering, and focusing on community initiatives. We invest in this community because we love to see opportunities and advancements, such as the new high school and the downtown developments. We enjoy seeing the citizens of our great community continue to grow and thrive. And above all, we are proud to be part of Owatonna's rich history and all that Owatonna has to offer.
Back at Owatonna High School, where the Huskies lead Northfield 30-0 as we start this fourth quarter here. Huskies have it 3rd down and 3 at the Raider 31-yard line. Heitkamp in the shotgun, has Flatland back there with him. Miller split out on the right side. Another running back in for Owatonna. Can't quite make out who that is. They give it to Flatland, who runs right off tackle and will get the first down. Brought down at the 26-yard line. Charlie Becker made the stop for Northfield. And so it'll be running time if Owatonna is able to get another touchdown here. One receiver left, one to the right. Split backs for Heitkamp, who takes the snap and hands off to Flatland, who tries to power forward for a couple. Looks like he'll be brought down at the original line of scrimmage, maybe a yard there for Flatland. Owen Murphy brings him down. 2nd down and 9. Looks like they gave him 1 there. And it appears that other running back in the backfield is number 28, Mitchell Clark, a 6'1", 190-pound senior for Owatonna. And we've got a timeout taken by Owatonna with 10:45 to play in the ball game. We'll have 2nd and 9 for Owatonna at the Raider 25 when we come back on AM 1390 KRFO.
Looking for a dedicated real estate expert in Faribault or the surrounding areas? Meet Evan Knutson from Weikert Realty. Evan brings local knowledge, personalized service, and a commitment to helping you find the perfect home. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring, Evan's expertise and passion make the process smooth and stress-free. Don't just find a house, find a home with Evan Knutson at Weikert Realty. Visit Weikert.com or call 507-210-9140 and take the first step towards your dream home.
Back at Owatonna High School, where the Huskies lead Northfield 30-0, 10:45 to play. 2nd down and 9 for Owatonna at the Raider 25-yard line. One receiver left, it's Farwell. One receiver right, it's Terrell Miller. Split backs for Heitkamp, who gets a low snap. Will look to throw here. Has a man, it's Farwell, who can't hold on to, actually no, it's Clark, who can't hold on to the football there. Incomplete, 3rd down and 9 for Owatonna.
This drive started back to the 47. We're into the 4th quarter.
And now 3rd down. 3rd down and 9 for the Huskies at the 25-yard line of Northfield here. Farwell to the left, Miller to the right. Clark and Flatland back there with Heitkamp, who takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Flatland, rolls out, finds a man. No, incomplete, looking for Halverson, the tight end. So that'll make it 4th down and 9. Here for Owatonna. And they're going to send the kicking team on and try to make this a 33-0 ball game. 10:36 to play this will be a 42-yard field goal for Seth Johnson. I believe this would be a career long for him. Langenberg will hold, snap, spot, kick on the way. It's got the leg, and it is good. Hits the bar and bounces in, so maybe I spoke too soon on the leg, but it goes through. So a 42-yard field goal for Seth Johnson makes it 33-0 with 10:29 to play. We'll pause for 30 seconds and be back on AM 1390 KRFO.
Hey, Ken Herbeck here. Do you want to make your home a more comfortable place but don't think you can afford a top brand heating and cooling system? Well, Carrier has the right solutions for every budget. When you turn to your Carrier expert, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, they'll show you the full lineup of best-in-class home comfort systems and help you pick the one that best fits your home and budget, because everyone can use a little more comfort. Turn to your local Carrier experts, Owatonna Heating and Cooling today.
Back at Owatonna High School, where Huskies lead Northfield 33-0 with 10:29 to play here in this one. Went off a 42-yard field goal from Seth Johnson, which I believe is a career long for him. Definitely the longest he's had this season, which made it 33-0. He's now on for the kickoff here. Severson back deep to receive for the Raiders. Severson now will boot it away. High kick taken by Severson at the 5-yard line. Oh, he trips. Oh, and they do call him out. I was going to say there's no way he stayed at his feet, and they do say he's down at the 5. He caught the ball, lost his footing, and initially there wasn't a whistle, but it looked like there was no way he could have tripped without putting a knee on the ground, and they do say his knee was down, so tough field position here from Northfield to start this drive. Just playing for pride at this point, down 33 with 10:26 to play in the ball game. So first down and 10 for Northfield from their own 5. I believe Thompson's still the quarterback from Northfield here. Takes the snap, runs right. It's Baker, cuts it back. Baker still on his feet. Oh, takes a big shot at the end of that play from Fitcher, who's still in the ball game here on defense. Nice hit by Fitcher. Baker, though, some shifty moves to get a first down. And gosh, I'm not sure when the last time Northfield got a first down, but they get one there. Up to the 15-yard line on the ground for Baker. They come out here first and 10, one receiver left, 2 to the right. Thompson takes the snap, hands off to Baker, and Baker gets wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. No gain there for him. That'll make it second down and 10 for Northfield. 9:40 to play in the ball game. As Owatonna will move to 4-0 on the season. Raiders will fall to 1-3 after the loss here tonight. What a game for Owatonna's defense. Continuing their exceptional play from the 3 games earlier this season. They run it up again the middle. This time with Baker once more. Gets it to about the 19-yard line, and so it'll be third down and 6 here for the Raiders. Lazowski made the tackle. Appear to still be the starting defense on the field for Owatonna here. I see Ginsky out there, Lazowski, Fitcher, Johnson, Harstead, Davison, Stronsky, McIntosh. So, yeah, still the starting defense out on the field for Owatonna here. They throw it here. Thompson, left sideline, looking for Groutman, and he has him. Oh, he dropped it at the 50. Groutman was wide open as Chavez was defending, but fell down right at the 45, and Groutman has it bounce off his pads and arms at the 50. And had he caught that football, he would have had 50 yards of green grass in front of him, nobody in front of him, and no one really within about 15 yards. As Chavez would have had to get to his feet after tripping to get back into that play. And so a chance for the Raiders to potentially get on the board ends up as an incompletion. So 4th down and 6 for them. As Ginsky back deep to receive here. It's a low snap. It'll bounce at the Northfield 40. And Ginsky let that roll into Husky territory down at the 47-yard line. So that's where the Huskies will take over. And we'll keep it right here as both teams hustle out to the field to keep this one going. Not at running time because we do not have a 35-point lead, just a 33-point lead here for Owatonna. Two receivers right, one to the left. Halverson at tight end. Heitkamp still in at QB. Flatland back there with him. Heitkamp, takes the snap, hands off to Flatland, who has a nice hole, and he will get the first down on the run, a 10-yard carry for Flatland. So, hey, getting some nice work from Carter Flatland here in this late 3rd and 4th quarter.
And that's another Husky first down.
Ball at the Raider 42-yard line. Two receivers left, one to the right. It's Farwell on the right side, and Miller and Arvig on the left. Arvig lined up in the slot. Flatland in the backfield with Heitkamp. They'll hand off once more to Flatland, who runs left and gets to the 35-yard line. For Flatland. 2nd down and 6 for Owatonna. We know they're 11 yards away from field goal range because Johnson on their last possession had a 42-yard field goal that hit the crossbar. So getting it to the 25 is in field goal range for Owatonna. Two receivers left and one to the right. Miller and Arvig left, Farwell right. Heitkamp sends Arvig in motion from left to right. Takes the snap, will hand off to Flatland again, who surveys his options, cuts it back, and gets the first down up to the 30-yard line.
Pulled down by Logan Miller.
Logan Miller brings him down. So another first down here for Owatonna. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line of Northfield. Two receivers left, one to the right. Same formation as last play with Miller, Arvig, and Farwell, the receivers. Heitkamp in the shotgun. Again, we'll send Arvig in motion. And they run it again with Flatland, and why not? Continuing to get positive yardage with each run.
Flatland stopped by Owen Jensen.
Owen Jensen made the stop there for Northfield. So if I'm Owatonna, I'm just going to keep the football on the ground with Flatland and see if Northfield can do anything to stop him here. Two receivers right, one to the left. It's Farwell and Arvig on the right side. Miller on the left. Heitkamp in the shotgun. Takes the snap, hands off to Flatland, who has a nice hole. Flatland inside the 20 and brought down at the 14-yard line. This red zone trip brought to you by Garlic's Water Conditioning. Nick Johnson made the stop there for the Raiders.
Ball's on the 15-yard line.
Get a chance to run, check out the ball.
Owatonna looking to get into running time here as we've got 5 minutes to play. Trips to the right here for the Huskies. Halverson in at tight end. Heitkamp in the shotgun has Flatland to his left. Halverson now across the line in motion from left to right. Takes the snap, they hand off to Flatland. Flatland tries to churn the legs and get inside the 10, and he does get to the 9-yard line. So a 6-yard gain from Flatland, and Flatland gets the ball. Flatland gets yards as he continues to average about 5-6 yards a carry on this drive late here in the fourth quarter. 33-0 Owatonna as it stands right now. 4:26 to play. We're in the annual Hall of Fame game tonight. Holly Noble, Glenn Stoltz, Derek Scala, Kyle Melcher, Casey Dean, all inducted as individuals. The 2004 Adaptive Floor Hockey team, who were state champions, inducted as a team. Flatland again up the middle, pushing the pile as he gets down to about the 2-yard line. So first and goal for Owatonna here. It looks like Flatland's going to get a touchdown as the Raider defense just has no answer for him.
Ball's on the 2-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 2. High formation here. Take the snap. They get it to Flatland, and Flatland will be into the end zone for a touchdown. 39-0 now is our score. The lights flicker here at Federated Field. As the Huskies continue to pour it on. Seth Johnson will come on for the extra point. And that 42-yard field goal earlier in the game for Owatonna, or actually on their last drive, hit the 42-yarder. Oh, had trouble with the snap. Langenberg takes off and gets brought down behind the line of scrimmage, and so it'll remain 39-0. And so we'll pause for 30 seconds and be back with the end of this one on AM 1390 KRFO.
This year marks a milestone for our community. Hometown Credit Union and KRFO are celebrating 50 years of supporting Owatonna High School Huskies football. As your proud community credit union, Hometown Credit Union is honored to sponsor this year's broadcasts of Huskies games. Just like KRFO has been your hometown voice, they've been your financial partner for half a century, helping you save, grow, and thrive. Let's cheer on the Huskies together. Hometown Credit Union, your trusted partner for financial success. Member NCUA.
Back at Owatonna High School, where the Huskies lead Northfield 39-0 with 3:40 to play. Derek Theda with you tonight on the call here at Federated Field. As Owatonna about ready to move to 4-0, the number 4 ranked team in Class 5A, showing it here tonight. Johnson will kick it away here for Owatonna. Severson back deep to receive for the Raiders. Kind of a squib kick taken by Severson on the bounce at the 10. And Severson runs left now, has a hole. Severson now putting the speed on, cuts it back. Severson to the 40, no one to beat. All by himself, he might house it, and he will. A 90-yard touchdown kickoff return for Savion Severson, and finally the Raiders get on the board with 3:28 left in the ball game, so it's too little too late here for Northfield. And so the Raiders will not get shut out here this evening. And we'll see now what the Raider offense does. I don't have the extra point unit on here. It looks like they might try and go for 2 here just to see what they can do.
The points are going to executing to get the extra point here.
Try out their 2-point conversion play.
So Severson finally gets his touchdown again. Unofficially, it's 95 yards. Look at where he started.
And so it looks like Northfield will go for 2 here to try and make it a 31-point game. They throw end zone, and it is incomplete. Or no, did he catch it? His helmet actually came off and was rolling. I thought that was the football. And it appears that it's going to be incomplete. I think the refs are conferring here. So he dove, and his helmet came off. I thought it was the ball, but he did hold on to it. I don't know if he got both hands under it or not. They say no catch, so it will remain 39-6. Owatonna with 3:28 to play. Back in 30 seconds on AM 1390 KRFO.
Home of the truckload buy saves you money for the lowest prices. Come to Cashwise Foods.
Get remarkably fresh savings when you download the More Rewards app. Pick up 2 1/4-pound packs of fresh chicken drumsticks or thighs for $4.99. Highline white sliced fresh mushrooms, 2 for $3. And select bags of Frito-Lay Doritos or Sun Chips are 2 for $6.
Home of the truckload buy saves you money for the lowest prices. Come to Cashwise Foods.
Back at Owatonna High School, where the Huskies lead 39-6 over Northfield with 3:28 to play. Owatonna was up 39-0, and then Savion Severson took it 90 yards to the house on a kickoff return touchdown to give Northfield their first points of the game and avoid the shutout here. As Cahoon will come on and kick it away for Northfield. I presume Owatonna will just keep the ball on the ground here and let this clock run out and head into week 5 against Rochester Century, which will be on the road, 4-0. Northfield will play, I believe it's Chaska. Let me check my notes here. Yes, it is Chaska on the road for Northfield. Kick taken by the upman, Zach Harstead, at the 30, and he gets brought down at the 45-yard line. And so now some new players will come out onto the field for Owatonna. Aiden Tackman will come in at quarterback. Tackman, 5'11", 146-pound sophomore. And we'll take the snaps here for OHS. Some new wide receivers in number 22, Cooper All, junior for the Huskies, and number 18, Mason Klecker, also a junior into the game for Owatonna. Can't quite make out who that running back is. It's still Flatland as he gets the call and will run it and get 5 yards there in the carry to the 50. Number 87, Alec Gowland in at tight end as well for Owatonna here. Some other reserves on the line. Number 65, Patrick Anderson, a senior. Number 68, Charlie Dulas. As Tackman now in the shotgun, has Flatland to his left. Takes the snap, hands off to Flatland, who runs right, has a big head of steam, and gets the first down and brought down at the 35-yard line. And so Owatonna content with just running this clock out here. Keeping it on the ground. Carter Simon made the tackle for Northfield. Another offensive lineman in the game for Owatonna, number 60. Oh, don't have a number, don't have a name for that number. I believe it's number 60. Trips to the left here for Owatonna. Tackman in the shotgun. Flatland back there with him. They'll keep it on the ground with Flatland again, and Flatland it's brought down after about a 2-yard pickup. 2 minutes to play here in this one. As Owatonna just running the clock down here. As they will head into the weekend 4-0. Raiders will fall to 1-3. 39-6 our score. I believe Owatonna will need one more first down potentially here. Second down and 10 here for the Huskies. Tackman takes the snap. Will once again run it with Flatland, who picks up maybe one. And so actually, I don't believe they will have to run. I don't believe they'll have to get a first down. I think that one more play here will do it. And I wonder what the school record is for most consecutive runs, because Carter Flatland has gotten the ball many times in a row here. See if they still have the record book in the program, as they'll have to snap it. And actually, they don't give it to Flatland. They give it to number 30. Tackle at the 15 is number 30, Carson Bach. And so that will do it. Game clock 2 seconds ahead of the play clock, and so the ball game will end. The ball game will end 39-6. Owatonna gets the win. Big win for the Huskies. Section win, district win. As Owatonna, halfway through the season, exactly where they want to be. Showing why they're ranked in the top 5 for Class 5A. Back with our post-game stats in 2 minutes on AM 1390 KRFO.
There is nothing on the market like Connecticut water conditioners, and no better place to go for them than Garlic's Water Conditioning. Connecticut water softeners, filters, and drinking water systems are brilliantly engineered to be the most economical, efficient, and effective at improving the quality of your water. Capable of removing just about everything from water that isn't water. Garlic's Water Conditioning knows the water challenges in the area, so they can fashion a treatment that works. With a full line of water softeners, drinking water systems, and more, sign up for a free water analysis at garlicswater.com.
Finding that missing shin guard. Remembering whether it's a home or away game. Getting the right kid to the right playing field on the right day. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things. Like not being that fan.
Oh, come on, ref.
That's simple human sense.
Ask Claremont Insurance Agency in Claremont if auto owners make sense for you. Go to ClaremontAgency.com. Owatonna Auto Clinic has the cure when that check engine light comes on. Let the car doctors get to work diagnosing the issue with a prescription to get it back on the road fast. The experts at Owatonna Auto Clinic will diagnose the issue, fixing only what needs to be repaired. That's how they've earned their reputation for honesty. They handle routine service too, like brakes and suspension work. The vehicle prescriptions always at Owatonna Auto Clinic, 902 Hoffman Drive. Check out OwatonnaAutoClinic.com.
If you want to prove to your neighbors that you own land, you need a deed. But if you want to prove it to yourself, you need a tractor. That's why Coyote's made 2 all-new subcompact tractor models. The CS2220 and CS2520 feature drive-over mid-mount mower option and 22 to 25 horsepower Coyote diesel engines. Coyote, we dig dirt.
Stop in and check out the full line at your local Coyote dealer. Northland Farm Systems, 2250 Austin Road in Owatonna. Online at northlandfarmsystems.com.
Back at Owatonna High School, where the Huskies win big, 39-6. Absolutely dominated this one from start to finish. Besides a lone 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown by Savion Severson late in the fourth quarter for Northfield, it was all Owatonna. Had quite a few turnovers to start this game, as Michael Stewart picked off Owatonna twice on their first 2 possessions. Owatonna got a safety as Northfield was backed up deeper in their own end zone and just snapped it out of the back of the end zone for the safety. Nolan Ginski got the scoring started with a 70-yard pick 6 to make it 9-0. Then Ginski had a 57-yard touchdown reception to make it 16-0. Northfield just unable to get much of anything going offensively. Then a 28-yard touchdown reception for Ginski made it 23-0. Actually, I think I missed another touchdown, didn't? Tristan Graham had a touchdown run at one point in this game. That was in between. Yeah, that was in between the Ginsky touchdowns. So Ginsky, 57-yard touchdown reception. Then Graham, the 1-yard touchdown run. Then Ginsky, the 28-yard touchdown reception. Seth Johnson, a 42-yard field goal was good off the crossbar and in for him to make it 39-0. Then the Severson 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown to get us to our final score of 39-6. We'll run through our final stats here tonight. For Owatonna, Hunter Tice finished the game 7 for 18 with 108 yards passing, 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Michael Heitkamp was 3 for 5 with 17 yards. Aiden Tackman also came in late in the game for Owatonna. Had a few handoffs to run out the clock. On the ground, Tristan Graham, another 100-yard rushing game for him, 16 carries for 116 yards and a touchdown. And Carter Flatland came in late in this one as a reserve running back, and he had 17 carries for 85 yards. And a touchdown. Receiving for Owatonna, Nolan Ginsky had 5 catches for 104 yards and 2 touchdowns. Finally, Arvig had 2 grabs for 16 yards. For Northfield, Seth Thompson was 1 for 11 with 2 yards through the air. Just couldn't get anything going tonight in the passing game for the Raiders. Owen Murphy, 6 carries for 10 yards. Jamison Baker had 4 runs for 14 yards. And the 1 reception caught by Julian Vasquez for 2 yards. Run through our sponsors one more time tonight. This game was brought to you by Cashwise Foods, Claremont Insurance Agency, Fairway Meat and Grocery, Federated Mutual Insurance, Garlick's Water Conditioning, Hometown Credit Union, Northland Farm Systems, Owatonna Auto Clinic, Owatonna Heating and Cooling, and Weichert Realtors. Evan Knutson. Huskies move to 4-0 with the win. Next game on the road Friday at Rochester Century. Raiders fall to 1-3. They'll be on the road next week at Chaska. See if we can pull up some scores from around the North Star South Maroon District. New Prague was at Rochester Century tonight, and Rochester John Marshall hosted Mankato East. As we see if those scores will load, doesn't appear that they will, and so we'll call it there tonight. Final score one more time. Owatonna 39, Northfield 6. Huskies move to 4-0, have Century next week. And we'll have that one for you right here on AM 1390 KRFO. But for tonight, that'll do it. For Rick Vaughn back in the studio, I'm Derek Theda. Have a great weekend. Thanks you so much for listening. Good night from Owatonna High School.